heat, the light don't be helping the heat pop up out that. What did you
The
say?
heat be pumping up out of that thing.
I said it's hot in here, and Dijon can vouch. Episode 23.
Wait, what?
Fair to say,
vouching.
we starting rough and rugged. Y'all gonna get what y'all get.
We started filthy and filth
started-
and filth.
Whoa, yeah, we.
Why
That's
would
sick
you
for
say
you.
that?
Oh,
See,
shit, cuz.
C6 ain't even
We
give my
really
boy
started,
Rios the memo.
Yes.
No,
He just
countdown
threw him in
on
the fire.
Let's go, guys.
But shit, we got Rios at the table
What's
today.
happening?
One of the Ace boys has finally
Let's go.
touched down.
Yeah.
We appreciate you stepping through, my brother.
Yeah, man. Gotta come through. I appreciate y'all having me here, inviting me, man.
So
Of course.
fun. It's long overdue. I feel like damn near at least probably every other, maybe like every 2 episodes, I feel like that something comes up and said it's like, damn, I wish Rio was here to talk about this.
Yeah, man. I'm a cool guy, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is special for me. I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to sit with Rios for a minute. I just feel, certain people have like-mindedness, and when I hear him speak, his vernacular, the way he delivers the stuff he says, and it comes from a knowledgeable place, you can tell he's not just speaking out his ass. I salute people like that. You know what I'm saying?
appreciate it,
And
man.
it was good to I wanted to reach out to you earlier and get you over here, but timing is of the essence. So
Right.
we
And
here
now I got my own shit also, so nigga, you come
Yeah.
to my spot too.
Yeah.
Nigga, everybody.
sit down and have them
Yeah.
convos.
Right.
Them good grown man convos.
Exactly.
Dijon, how you feel? You quiet, man. Is
I'm
that
hot, man. I'm fucking hot. I'm tired of what camera's on me? Where's my camera? This. It's too fucking hot out here, man. I'm trying to tell you, God, it's too hot. I'm Summer
shit.
K. I'm fat. I don't.
Summer killer?
I'm Summer K. I hate summertime, man. I like winter. I like to wear hoodies and be cold.
It's bad for
fall.
you, 'cause
I hate
September is the
this.
worst.
September is the hottest
about to
month
get
in
hotter.
LA. I
It's
swear to
about
God.
to get bad for you.
And the thing is, like, I keep sweating, but I'm not losing weight. So it's not adding up.
So that Postmates, you got to kind of
Add some walking to it. It's working out.
You got to walk to
it.
get the food
Mind
instead of
your
going to
business.
the Postmates.
Mind your
Tell them the address next door so you gotta walk down.
Oh, that's cold.
Okay, a couple steps.
There's
Nothing
little
wrong with
stuff
that.
like that you can do. I'm telling you,
Lose
like,
a couple calories to put them right back on.
So my grandma
stuff
used to
is
tell
crazy.
us when you trying to lose weight, like park your car. Like if you go places, park far. So
You notice
gotta
I
walk.
park a little far. I do get. I park a little
Yeah.
far. Yeah, I do.
So like when you go to the mall, don't park right at the door.
Take the stairs instead of the elevator.
You feel
type
me?
Take those
shit.
steps.
Little
Yeah,
shit
it's too
like
hot
that.
for all of that. No, thank you.
It has been cooking in Los Angeles, bro.
Nigga took steps and brought donuts.
That nigga said, "No, thank you."
Those are your donuts you brought?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what we not finna do. We not finna slander somebody having a wonderful morning disposition and wanted to celebrate his co-workers.
No,
Yeah,
for real,
with
for real,
donuts.
for real.
Shout out
Pastries.
Dijon bringing donuts
No
because
problem.
yeah,
Great way to break
yeah.
bread.
I ate the other box on my way up here, but I say these for
Every
y'all.
time I try to help y'all.
It's definitely a dozen box with only 6 donuts in it. So I don't know what
It's
happened.
like I ate
the
the
rest
Randy's
for y'all.
donuts and gave y'all these.
All good, all good.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, wherever they from, they're fire though. Cause I tried one. I tried half of one earlier.
Shout
did
out
get
to
the bougie.
Boston Creamery.
Yeah, you got the bougie donuts for real.
Fire.
You got a sponsorship?
I do not have a donut
Hey,
sponsorship.
that's cold, cuz. He tried to play the
Donuts
game.
in the chat.
Donuts in the chat.
Oh, so okay, look, I was watching the episode that came on yesterday, and they did say that. Somebody in the chat was like, all the new, because you know, those of us that have been here for a while, we have emojis.
Okay.
And they were saying they all need emojis so we could
Chocolate
drop their.
donut. That's what they normally do for
So
me.
are you
Chocolate donut,
are you
that's what-
currently
Chocolate donut.
claiming the donut?
Donuts in the chat, baby.
Donuts in the chat.
Let's get it.
Donuts
Donuts
in the chat.
Make my day.
Yeah.
I love the
Chocolate
seafood
donut is
emojis.
fucking
I'm not mad
wild.
at it. What's Oh,
I don't know.
yours is the thread.
I got
It's
the
yarn.
thread.
I mean. No, it's the yarn.
I got trolling ones too.
Why?
They put yarn because he make rugs.
Oh, okay.
Yarn.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yarn. Okay.
I didn't know what it was at first. I was like,
So
what?
the yarn ball, and then they got the spool.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you? What's yours?
Huh?
That's pretty vicious.
It is.
What's your?
And they're using the the
Coffee
paint,
cup.
Coffee
The
cup.
coffee cup.
Yeah.
Coffee
Coffee
with
with
shout out
Rios.
coffee with
Coffee.
Rios.
and they're using the little paint palette thing for me too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Speaking of coffee with Rios, man, the coffee sipper. How's everything going with your show, man? You feeling good about it? You impacting the people?
Everything is going good, man. You know, I've been in like a little phase or stage where I'm just like building up my process and like what I have at the house and like purchasing cameras, lights, Rodecaster, the A10 Pro, just getting everything dialed in to where when I do present it, it's of higher quality.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want it to be nice. It's my baby, so I want to present it how it is. And from where I started to where I am now, I started in the front yard with my wife, drinking
Right.
coffee, to right in front of the house, in front of the wall,
That's
to my
tight.
little gun room in my closet, to now what I have now where I can host or bring 4 to 5 people. You know what I mean? And it's good. I'm proud of myself, man.
That's good, man.
I'm proud.
Shout out to you.
Congratulations.
I definitely feel like out of all of like the gang, I feel like you're the one that kind of like really grabbed this shit by the horns and was like, you know what? I'm about to go out here and I'm about to just take it. Like, I want to make sure that everything I'm doing is on point. I want to make sure that I'm not just, you know, doing the group streams. I'm doing the solo streams. I'm doing everything. And you really have been dedicated to it. Even with the food ones.
Yeah.
Like the food ones that you do with your kid. Like that one, the Koreatown one is the funniest one to me because you was taking her on one. But I think that's super dope. Like it's very inspiring to see how all of us, I mean, a lot of us are now starting to do that. Like even AD with the recording at home every day.
Yeah,
like
that's fire.
it's like everybody's like, okay, this is cool, but let's elevate or let's you know evolve a
That
little
part.
bit. Let's do more. And I'm like, that's super dope. I love seeing that from you.
And I think everybody's going to get on that. It's just everybody's on their own timing. You know what I mean? You don't want to force it. You don't want to come out unnatural or just not organic. So it's not easy like just being on like this.
That was my question coming to you.
It's not easy just being on camera and just talking and you have to work, you have to build up a skill, you have to see what you don't like about what you're doing and try to critique and fix. So
have you found obviously it's much different. It's kind of what I was battling with, is doing it by yourself, talking to the chat, building conversation without having another person to bounce that off of. And to me, that was like, you know, with me with podcasting, not to dive too off topic, but I just was like, I'd rather sit and have dialogue. I feel like it provides for better content when you have somebody who can talk to and it's not just you rambling the whole time. So I battle with that. But how do you feel doing it solo? Has it been tougher? Like, do you have to curate your conversations differently?
So I would say it's not necessarily tougher because when I started like during COVID, it was no chat. It was just me talking for 15 minutes to nobody.
Right. Even harder.
It's even harder and trying to stay on track with what you're saying and not lose your message. And I was just doing it just to do it, you know. And my wife looked at me and was like, "Nigga, how the fuck you talking to the camera? Like that's fucking crazy."
Looking like a weirdo in there.
And I'm in my front yard, people walking by. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, so you know, you just got to be this way and make sure you're not being chasing the Joneses. But it's like messages that I truly believe, you know what I mean, that I talk to the youth, that I talk to the kids in my neighborhood, in the community, the football teams, and it was just relaying those messages for however long it was that I had built up a capacity to talk on the mic to nobody.
Without anybody.
But then but it still was, but that's recorded, that's pre-recorded. Live is where I got a little nervous when I was like, oh fuck, like, if I mess up or if I look stupid or if I do this or if I pause, it's there, you know? And it was just came to a point where I saw Keem doing his shit in his thing, and then I saw Tiny doing his shit in his car.
Yeah.
I was like,
there's no excuse at that point. Once they show us that.
I was like, I tell Keem and Tiny that all the time too. Like, y'all motivated me and inspired me to get off my ass and stop making excuses, you know?
That's fine.
And so I jumped off the porch, you know what I mean? Big dog's got to get off the porch. And so I said, I saw Tiny do that shit, and he had got a gang of fucking views. Remember?
Yeah. Tiny's like, is funny because he goes live at work.
And he's getting paid double. I was like, nah, fuck that. So I went live, and I was like, I'm just going to go, dog. Yeah. And I used them as motivation, and I still do. I use everybody as inspiration and motivation because everybody has their own trials and tribulations to get to the point that they're at right now.
Yeah.
Right.
And so there's people that do more with less.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I need to do as much as I can with what I got.
Yeah.
Have you always been this type of person that is like very grounded, very conscious of the way to live, very like, she laughs because I know that people say you have a crazy past.
Yeah.
Touche, everybody, you know, probably does. But when did you feel like in your life was the maturity level where something clicked where you was like, I don't want to be that person or fall into those stereotypes anymore. I want to be somebody who actually leaves an impact or who's able to influence people in a positive way with how I think. Like, did you have a moment when that happened?
It wasn't a sudden impact or a sudden thing that just happened. I woke up one day. It was like a gradual experience, right? Like it was a gradual thing that took place. I would say from the moment of my first son's birth, when he was born, that was like a gradual change to trying to be mature, not mature, but trying. And then all the way to meeting my wife, to wanting to reciprocate the kind of love that she was giving me. You know what I mean? And want to be like, damn, she's doing all this for me. I'm learning and gaining all this shit from her. I want to be able to do that for her.
Right.
You know, and so that passion drove me to read more, do more soul searching and getting more intelligent about my own emotions, my own trauma that I went through in my life and why it was coming out the way it was coming out. Yeah. And drinking was perpetuating it, you know? And so the things that I was holding in that caused whatever monster that was, drinking would just let it out more, you know? And so I just had to slowly learn who the fuck I was. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you don't have to be your worst. You don't have to be what people judge you to be at your worst.
Right.
Be your best. And my wife, I used to use an excuse all the time when my wife like, you know what? I'm better than my dad was. I'm better than like my uncles. I'm better than everybody I knew.
But complacency, you get.
She said, "Nigga, how long you gonna compare yourself to shit?"
Right.
Oh shit.
Right.
Anybody can be better than shit.
Anybody can be better than shit. So you gonna be happy you better than shit? And it was like a reckoning. You know what I mean? Like my wife is pivotal.
I was just gonna say, it sounded like she was a big part in how you developed as a man.
Big part of my development, but like reading The Power of Now, working at SpaceX, and just following certain paths and just going with it and start paying attention. I've always been a people watcher and I've always been a learner, you know what I mean? Like, but I've always had ADHD, and so it's always been a different type of learning. You know what I mean? It wasn't like studying and getting better like that. It was always just like having it inside my own head, trying to get better at things. You know, I always knew I needed to be better,
right?
But I never had the reason,
the motivation,
to be better.
Right? Yeah. How far y'all go back?
Recent.
Yeah.
Very recent. The last like couple years, not much. I knew Pun, and Pun brought everybody around, and so it's like I've seen slight twinges of like some of the little shit, but not too much. But also, I think it's great because these are the stories that, you know, people need to see. Right. Like, these are the conversations that people need to have. For sure. Everybody needs to see that evolution. Everybody needs to see that growth, that change. And I think that it's fun getting to see. That's the thing I love the most about the Ace Boys, because you get to see all the different facets of men growing into like their maturity and being real
overcoming
men. Like, you see their moments of weakness, you see when they crash out a little bit, but you see when they bring it back, and then you see the Coffee with Rios, where it's dumb motivational and really like bringing somebody out, but like bringing somebody out of their dark space. But then you see the laughs, you see the jokes, you see the dads, you see the family man, and it's like, this is what that looks like when you make it past all the bullshit. You come into yourself, and then you become that man that you always knew you could be, that you always wanted to be, and in some instances that you never had. Right. Like, and that's why I think it's super dope how these, like, the boys, all of the FMW boys, for real, like every single one of them, with Keem, with the Dedicated, everybody
has a success story.
Literally. And you get to see everybody's growth. Everybody has the Vegas videos and all that shit, where it's like, damn, y'all was out there tripping, but it's like, but look at who we are now. And so, I think it's
everybody's
very
definition
necessary.
of made it out.
For sure.
Especially from the environment y'all come from.
For sure.
You know, outside looking in, we know how rough it is to make it from out of here.
And shout out to the Ace Boys, because
for sure,
those are my brothers, and without them, I wouldn't be here either. You know what I mean? Like, they've helped me and helped me come along and allowed me the room to grow. You know what I mean? And have also supported me. Like, nah, Jay, you good, dog. Just
to have judgment-free homies is important.
Like, nah, you. And it was times where I would do shit where they wouldn't let me come out no more. You know what I mean? Like, they were like, nah, nigga,
that's real homies though.
Like,
you got to know when to.
You tripping on niggas that are our friend. Like, nah, you got to stay. We cool right now. But I needed them to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, you get out of control, nigga. Like, you out of hand sometimes. And they've kept me balanced. But when they see me trying and attempting to be better, it's like a constant battle, you know what I mean? Like, it's still inside. But when they see things like if I leave a party early, they already know. They like, oh, all right, be good, be cool, cuz, like, get on stage.
Ask no questions.
They not asking questions like, oh, why you bouncing? Or they know, like, okay, Rios, all right, go ahead, cuz, like, do your thing. Yeah. And they know me and they understand, like.
No, y'all have a good unit, man. Good camaraderie, and brotherhood is hard to find, especially something 15, 20 years. I have a couple friends from that length of time, but it's hard to keep those friendships, especially with either distance or when they get in their relationships and have kids, and you just don't have time to be the person you once were to keep that core foundation of friends. Know y'all really love each other, so that's really dope.
I fall out with people.
You look
That's
like
my
I got associates,
For
not
small
friends.
things, for little things, or for like major
I'll fall
things.
out with you over anything
I can
and
see
stop talking to you.
Family
type
too, or
person.
just like
anybody? I have issues like that. I really stop.
Where do they
talking
come
to
from?
people.
Where do those issues like? What is
There's
it?
gotta be
stem
some
from?
underlying.
Like,
Here we go. You at the right table
I don't know.
today.
Maybe I have
Yeah.
control issues or something. I don't know. But like, if you do something wrong to me, or I feel like something was wrong, I'll literally go like the minimum 2 years without speaking to
you know, pride is the devil, Dijon.
Is it?
You think that's pride? I don't
Or is
know
it
if that's
protection?
pride.
Like, I
was
want
gonna
to
say, I
protect
think it's
myself.
protection.
I don't like to hurt.
But you don't open a line of
somebody hurt you
conversation. It's
before,
pride.
though. Somebody bounced on you, or somebody did that to you, and you're protecting yourself from ever having to go through that shit again. And
By cutting people off.
yeah, I'm not
without
gonna give you the
any-
opportunity to really actually hurt you.
Yeah.
But
I
are you the
think
type of
that's
person
the
who
thing.
likes to communicate your issues? Because a lot of people will cut people off and not even be the person who likes to sit down and
No,
even
he'll
take the
tell him why
initiative.
he don't fuck with him.
See, instead of having a real conversation, you can nip a lot of shit in the bud.
But I do. I feel like I always, like, I give you warning 1,
Yeah.
warning 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm very organized. So once it gets to warning 3, it's like, I'm not warning you no more. I'm just, you're never going to talk to me again, or it's going to take like some years
Yeah.
without you. Then I have to run into you somewhere and then we rekindle or something like that.
They don't know the extreme of the cutoff.
I
The
don't-
cutoff is
I
extreme,
don't
so they
play.
don't know it, and they like, oh shit, that motherfucker really.
I do not play that shit.
Do you feel like that's gonna come to bite you in your ass? Because I had this conversation with my mom the other day. Unfortunately, at this moment, it's crazy this conversation's coming up. I'm not really seeing eye to eye with my sister.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And we haven't really communicated the way we have, and we grew up very, very close. And my mom, it's hurting my mom more than anything because she lost 2 of her siblings when she wasn't speaking to them.
Damn.
One, her sister
Yeah.
was murdered, and her brother-in-law,
Rest in peace.
her brother died from an effect of HIV, I believe. This was back in the
Damn.
early 90s.
Yeah.
And she was just on bad terms with him. So she almost cries to me like, you need to get it right with your sister because tomorrow's not promised.
It's
That's
not
For
true.
sure.
So
For
does it
sure.
make you live with any worry or fear? Like, fuck, I'm gonna cut off one person one day and I'm gonna never get to speak to him again.
I mean, I have those thoughts, but I guess that pride is bigger and stronger
That's
than
what
that
I'm
because
saying.
I'm
It's
not
the
gonna pick up
devil.
my phone and call you, or I'll walk right past you and act like I don't know you, type of, that type of shit. But I know I need to work on it, but
Yeah.
I haven't been working.
You don't
on
want to
it.
have to go through that Shaq Kobe moment.
Bam.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Where Shaq
When Kobe passed.
and Kobe their
Shout out
their
to
beef
Mamba.
and shit, like
Yeah,
and
okay.
him regretting not doing more or
Oh,
saying
yeah.
more about what was going on,
Yeah.
and I would say like
Let my guard down and just let people walk all over me.
I would say
it-
not let your guard
Set your
down.
boundaries.
Set your boundaries, make them clear, and be like,
I have thoughts.
I don't have to cut you off, but it's not the same. Just know that it affected me in a way that it impacted me in a way that I don't want to deal with you the same way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't have to necessarily cut you all the way off
But
to
deal with
change
you
the
different.
dynamics of our relationship.
Ah,
Now-
Set those boundaries. I think.
Moderation, like okay,
Moderation.
I don't have to cut you off completely. I can speak to you. I ain't got to kick you with you all the
Right.
time, but I can speak
I
to
can
you,
speak
say
to-
what's up, check on you.
That shows
levels
your,
of
that
love.
shows your
Yeah.
maturity and shit. And it's like you can't never expect somebody to be something they never shown you to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
that's true.
Like if they ain't never shown you to be this remorseful or apologetic person, don't hold them to that standard. Like you
Yeah.
are who you are. And
Not that I like apologies. I'm not a
Yeah.
big apology.
It also depends on what happened. See, that's the other thing too. Like a lot, like how you said, am I supposed to just be a doormat and let everybody walk all over me? Like, no, not at all. I do think you should always definitely articulate what your problem is with somebody. Let them know where they had you fucked up.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I'm gonna let you know. I that's what I take pride in. Let's sit down. Let's holler.
Regardless of what happens, but we're gonna talk about it.
I'm gonna let you know exactly where shit went left, and then I'm gonna let you know what my decision is about that. But I don't know. I've always been the kid that's like, I tell everybody all the time, I learn quick. I'm the kid that you tell me the stove is hot, I damn near might not even ever have to touch it because I know it's hot. And so I feel you on that. I'm just like,
You think it's different for men versus women when it comes to grudges or relationships?
For sure.
My mom's the same way.
yeah.
Like again, not talk about her too much, but she's the same way. She'll hold a grudge with her sister, and it's like over the dumbest thing, and you don't think your pride is too high to pick up the phone and be like, you were tripping, or this is what
girls
happened.
for
People
sure.
do tell me it's feminine to hold grudges. They be
That's
like,
what I
well,
was
that's kind of
showing.
We
feminine.
for
Like
sure
it's feminine to hold the
hold
grudge,
grudges
but
I feel
On the
people
grudge.
getting that feminine, masculine type shit. They getting that shit fucked up.
because men hold grudges
Yeah,
too,
men
right?
hold grudges too, and like we're in a day and age where people are just making shit up now. Like that's not masculine.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is not masculine?
Yeah, about smoking
fem-
hookah.
Like you know what I mean?
That's
Like,
funny.
And like people, but
yeah.
what's not masculine is your insecurity that you projecting on everybody.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
So like it's like why are you so worried about other people? But I would say I like your position because you don't want to. You do want people to do you a favor. Like, thank you for exiting your way out of my life.
Yeah,
You know
Showing
what I mean?
me
Like,
those signs.
showing me who you are. I appreciate it, and now I know how to deal with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of having to find out 5 years later.
Yeah.
When
Right,
you've
and
invested
waste
so
all
much
this time, yeah.
energy
And
in a
emotion, that
person.
takes a lot of energy to
That's
hate
the
or
blessing
hold a
and the
grudge.
curse.
Yeah.
That's the blessing and the
Good,
curse
positive,
sometimes of
negative.
people showing that true color.
Like, thank
Like,
you.
Because you learn too. You learn what to watch out for.
yeah.
Right.
the
And
next
you can
go
just
around.
know where to place people. Like, that's my thing. Like, I'm going to figure out what I can and can't do with each human.
Usually.
Like, there are some people you can vent to. Some people gonna tell all your
Nope.
business, so that's not
Yeah.
your vent person. Like, there's some people that you can
Kick it with.
go to the club with. There's some bitches that'll run off for some dick and leave you high and dry. You stuck at the club.
Right.
Like, you just have to know where to place every single human, where
Yeah.
what you can and can't do with them. There's club friends. There's crying friends. There's venting friends.
Eating friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, all of that shit. I'm gonna let that go. But it's like, you know.
Y'all don't have friends y'all
I do.
go out to eat with?
I do. Because I'm not finna let them do that.
I would think all my friends would be a person that could go out to eat with. I don't think I have a
That's not
select
true.
hungry friend.
That's not true.
Some people,
Because
some
you
people don't
got
have
the-
good table etiquette. I
Yes.
can't sit there
Oh,
with
You
somebody
know
chewing
you got
with
the
their mouth
homies
open.
that's
You're right.
always
Making a
gonna
bunch of
send the food
Yeah.
back. They want to complain all the time.
You're right.
They want to
Get
break
into it
with the bill.
scientifically break down the
Break
bill.
down
Like,
the bill.
nah, bro. Who paid last time? I paid this time. Let's just go eat.
What if your
Korean
homie
barbecue.
Huh?
What if your homie eats slow?
What do you mean eat
Eat
slow?
slow.
Slow eater.
What's a slow?
I'm a
Pause.
slow eater, so that's fine. I'm the
These guys
I'm
say,
the
what's a slow eater? And held the blunt like, nigga, what? We don't
And
do
I
that
am.
over here.
The fuck? I said
I'm
what I
gonna kick
said.
your chair.
No, but I
I'm gonna kick your fucking chair.
Oh, man.
Y'all fucking crazy.
I'm the one that that finishes my food last. There.
Well.
I
You
will
want them
say
a little
that.
picky? You want them try to be cutesy eaters?
No. I can't. Like, I
Oh, eat it
physically
fast,
can't.
eat it
So I
fast.
just But that's hella funny. Why is that like a deciding factor in who
I
you go
can't
eat
sit with
with?
somebody who eats slow.
I was gonna say, what's the worst what's the worst etiquette for somebody that you out to eat with?
The
Like, what
person
can
that's
they
just
do?
too like
Chill with your mouth open.
that too, but I don't like the send. I'm not finna eat this. Like, no, don't. You're gonna send everything back.
Oh, too problematic.
Every single thing?
'Cause
Like,
that food
I don't
getting
like
spat
I
in.
can't do
That's
that.
a character issue right there, though. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, damn, man, you gonna make these people
But
work?
also, if your food is wrong, shouldn't you be like,
Also, it's you.
no?
You're the food sender backer.
But look, I will say, if I'm at a place where I do expect a certain quality, or if you got the wrong ingredient in there and I'm not gonna eat it, like, you gotta be entitled to a certain extent to be like, oh, is there a way they can fix this? Or you gotta just be humble about it. But I just wonder, like, etiquette, because he talking about he hates a slow eater.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't even care. I don't think I would even pay attention to that.
I feel like
Cause you'll
most.
just be sitting there.
The men
but just,
eat-
maybe get up and mingle or like socialize.
Get up
or
and
something.
mingle, it's
like
crazy.
I
socialize.
don't
or some
like when the not bitches, but when women get on the table and start twerking and stuff like that. While I'm over
brunch
my
vibes.
waffles
At
and
brunch?
stuff, yeah, it's
Nah.
crazy.
The
Yeah,
brunch twerk
that's
is
crazy. Don't twerk over my chicken and
Over this
waffles.
waffle.
You don't want them yams over them yams?
I don't want no
To the window,
yams
to the
over
waffle?
my
It's
yams.
crazy.
No, thank you.
Ella restaurants have actually like put signs and shit up against all that now.
Okay,
Like,
Atlanta
I saw
restaurants. Houston.
no, like I think it was like STK.
Who was twerking in STK?
Not twerking, but wardrobe.
Oh, okay.
Wardrobe.
Because you know the girl, like, come
Oh,
on
showing
now.
ass and titties
yeah,
and
like
shit.
they'll come in like the full lace bodysuit type shit, and it's like, come on now, it's STK. Like,
Okay, yeah.
wear
I
that
haven't
to the
been there,
club
but I've seen
after,
it.
but like, you don't got like a long jacket or something to put on while you in the restaurant.
You know, there's no
Like,
limits to how
Yeah.
women
Dinner
dress anymore, where they
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I feel like
hold
they
on now.
dressing crazy now.
No,
Lace
every-
bodysuits out to dinner is crazy.
out to dinner might be a bit much, but I'm.
Well,
gonna
wait.
wear
What's
it.
crazy? Oh, I guess because there's
See-through.
married people there. Like, that's
I just
like
think
a
it's like
distraction.
it's a time and
What's
place.
inappropriate about a woman wearing some lace to dinner?
Not like.
What if
the,
it's
like
a romantic
stripper,
dinner?
No, like stripper fishnet.
Yeah, like
Oh no, that's hoes.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's hoes. Okay.
I'm talking about like that shit. They've put like different rules on what you can and can't wear. Like,
Well,
I
is
know-
that because we're hypersexualized as a society in America? Like, because like in Brazil or other places in the world, they dress differently, but they're not like
Yeah.
hounded about their shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're definitely an over sexualized country to where obviously sex sells, sex is controversy,
it's
sex
always on the
is
mind. It's the
Yeah.
first thing.
porn
But
is
we're
at the
also
highest
highly
rate.
censored. we're also a highly censored country because a lot of other countries you go to, there's, like you said, there's a lot more freedom as to what you can do.
Well, now when it comes to sex, that's actually opposite. A lot of countries will block.
I mean, like, I'm talking about
Twitter
like
porn.
nudity. Like outside, like if you go to Europe, there's a lot of nude beaches. I'm not, I'm not saying it like I know what you're saying.
But we use Paris Hilton to sell burgers, washing the car, and like just sexualizing the purchase of burgers.
Yeah,
like we use it for everything. So it kind of like conditions the watcher or the youth to be like, we just everything that passes like, oh shit, look at that. Like instead of just.
I want to ask you that since you're here, we kind of had this topic the other day. Do you feel like now? We were talking about country being over sexualized. Do you feel like times are different with how much access it is to sexual content to where it's more of an influence?
Oh yeah. Well, you just think about anything in general, right? Like the bar is always set, right? It always gets lower and lower and lower. It doesn't keep getting higher and higher. This is okay. Oh, this is okay. And it just keeps getting worse. And like, well, look, even this, like, look, when I was coming up in high school, the raunchy, nasty rapper was Lil' Kim.
Foxy Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Kim,
Foxy Brown, Trina.
Yeah.
But it wasn't girls, rarely women saying, I want to be Lil' Kim.
Right. It was just entertainment. It wasn't like an influence.
It wasn't an influence like where they was like, oh shit, I want to be squatting with my monkey out. Like, but now it's 15 worse than Lil' Kim. And it's being solicited on daytime radio.
Thank you, bro.
And so now little girls are looking like, oh no, it's not the rarity, it's the norm.
It's the norm.
Because you still had Queen Latifah, you had MC Lyte, you had the women, the brat that were still
not sexualized.
Yeah. But now it's being solicited and portrayed and pushed in a way that like, no, this is the way it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, booty hole brown or whatever that shit is. These little kids is listening to it like.
Sexy Red has what's her lip gloss?
Chlamydia,
gonorrhea. Like this is
discharge.
Crazy.
Nut.
Yeah,
Nut is crazy. This is crazy.
It's horrible.
And it's kids that's
and
like
marketed.
looking at
this is makeup.
They know that it's not. They know the majority of the
though.
demographic is young girls listening to it.
Yeah.
Young people are listening to it.
That's what goes to my point to say this industry is so demonic. They literally do things with the intent to brainwash, to ruin society. I mean, I feel like it's done with intent. Granted, it's dollars behind it. They want to make money, but the intent of what it's doing to society is to in turn influence young black women to be like this and to be looked upon in America a certain way, because these labels, they're the people in tune with the people who are literally running the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? They literally have control over everything.
I believe black women are the catalyst to, because I think once it's okay in the black culture, once they get the pass in the black culture, it's good for all culture.
Every culture takes it.
Because we're the ones that sign off on shit.
Facts.
Like if this rapper is good, he has to first portray, the black culture has to accept him first.
Yeah.
Then he could get rid of rapping and then do country music.
That's how it works.
Because white people will be like, oh shit, black people like him. Oh, he's good.
Yeah.
He's a good. He's an artist. He's creative. He's good. He's actually talented. If blacks like him, that means he's good. So they can use black society, black demographic to build them up, and then they'll just drop the black demographic and go where they originally wanted to be, with their people doing whatever the weird shit they do.
We gotta embrace it first.
Someone said we're looking at Sexy Red's lip gloss. Some of the names are Yellow Discharge,
Coochie juice.
That is
Blue Balls.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's
on your
crazy.
lips too. Of all, on your lips.
Somebody said she missed her real marketing bag by not coming out with a collection of different shades of red.
For sure.
That would have been smart.
That would have been hard.
Yep.
So yeah, you don't always have to do the extra host stuff.
There's so many people that have come up with different marketing solutions for things that she's doing, and
it's terrible, right? This is why people say, "Would you take the 10,000 and not listen to Sexy Red?" I would never listen to Sexy Red. I would never let my ears touch this shit.
That shit had to go past. There's so many people involved with that
to approve it.
To sign off on that, like she's just the catalyst. You know what I mean? She's the face. But that's
she's still promoting it.
They know how much money it's gonna make.
She did it, yeah. I mean,
it's 30 people that got to sign off on that. 30 people that got to be like, yeah, we'll market this, we'll push this.
That's crazy.
Like, and pushing Discharge.
Yellow Discharge.
That's disgusting.
Flavor is crazy.
But this is what they do to our culture and to our youth. Even with like the youth in like Chicago and how they push the youth for the males.
Yeah.
It's all
Drill,
influenced
music,
by
yeah.
carrying a gun, being tough, robbing, taking money, jewelry. It's all an influence.
Then
And
the
the more
execs behind it, not to cut you off, the execs behind it don't look nothing like
At all.
us.
they're all
Right.
Jewish, rich white people who. No, that's who they are. I'm not. There's
saying.
nothing against them. That's the label owners. They're Jewish people. It's not. It's a community. It's not a shot to them, but they run the music industry and
Right.
they run the country. If we really want to be completely honest, so what they push is law.
I'm very curious. There are times that I look at the sex, because like if you notice, I've just been kind of sitting here dumbstruck through this whole conversation.
As a
Yeah,
woman,
it's
I could
crazy.
Because
imagine.
it does. It's like it's a hard topic to speak on. The sexy red phenomenon as a woman, because
Literally.
on the one hand, everybody was like super cheering for it at the beginning because it's like, yes, finally own your sexuality, own your body, like blah blah blah. And then it's just like as time went on, it started getting wilder and wilder and wilder. And it almost feels like we're watching like a social experiment a little bit.
Man.
Like I kind of do feel like they're going to put like, and this is not shade, because I do there are some sexy reds that I love, like some of her music. That's just the reality of it. But I really feel like they're going to push this as far and far and far as they could go. Like, remember a few years ago when they had that Payless had did a shoe store where they
Yes.
changed the name to like an Italian word,
Yep.
and they put all Payless shoes in
Yep.
there. They invited hella influencers.
They were
and
Everybody
saying it
was
was
just in there.
bomb.
you
yeah.
feel me? I kind of feel like this is kind of something
I'm glad you
along
brought
that
that up,
line.
Lily.
Like
Psychology.
I can't get past it. I can't get past it. I'm just like, even the wildest of wild things, some shit is just too far, and I just can't see how somebody would actually, unless they knew like we're pushing this all the way to this limit for this reason, to see how far we could take it.
That's what they're doing.
They're testing the waters.
They're
Yeah,
literally
and I'm
testing to
just
see
like,
how
I can't
society
see it. Like-
how society changes from this woman.
Or,
I believe that's
or
what
it's
COVID
the
was.
complete opposite.
sure.
Or it's the complete opposite, and she really is just like a shock jock. Like she's
she's
just
just
a
doing
marketing
this?
genius
Okay.
and understands that this box of lip gloss is going to be plastered every single place in the world just because people cannot believe it.
You think this was her idea?
It could be a bit
For
of
sure,
both.
because the thing about it is, what people don't realize is that before Sexy Red was famous, her high school classmates have come out and said that in high school she was selling this same lip gloss on her own.
Wow.
So they
Okay.
were like,
So does
they're
it say
not
more
lying.
about society?
She had gonorrhea lip gloss in high school. She was
Why?
giving that to us. And so I'm like, okay, so maybe somewhere in this world somebody picked her up and was like,
Okay.
you're the one who's not afraid to push it to the limits. Let's take you out there and let's see how far we can really take this.
How further does it go? Will be my question.
That's the
Yeah,
gag.
what else could you do?
Because you
like
have
sex
to
on her
also
period? Like,
realize
what
you
else
also
is-
have to realize that all of these antics, this is still the woman whose feelings were hurt when her sex tape got leaked. So it's
Okay,
like,
yeah.
where does that land in all the other shit that you do?
Like,
Oh no, I've seen that
So-
before. Even historically in female rap, I always found the interest in that. Even when like Playboy offered Little Kim like
Right.
millions of dollars to do the cover, and she turned it down for religious reasons, for spiritual reasons. But then you listen to her records and see her music
Yeah.
videos and posters.
Where do you draw the line?
And it's
So that's
contrary.
why. That's
So,
what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's why I'm
That
like, I
was her
feel
boundary.
like that's where we base the moral compass.
Okay.
Everything as Sexy Red, and that's also something that as an artist you have to understand. Like, there's like, that's like how Beyonce was like, oh, I have Beyonce and I have Sasha Fierce. Like anything that Sexy Red is doing, that's Sexy Red time. When she was laid up with that man,
That's
she was
personal,
herself,
whatever her name is,
and it was
yeah.
like, that's my vulnerable moment. Don't do that. If I'm outside acting a fucking fool, that's my choice.
yeah.
This is what I'm
You think
choosing.
it's a character?
Oh, sorry. I
You
thought
think
I
it's a
heard-
character?
No, I don't think it's a character, but I think that,
She's playing into
Like-
it, the role.
if it's a character,
Yeah.
it's
It's a
even
character.
It's like,
I
to
don't
me, if it's
think
a
it's a
character, it's
character.
even worse because you're consciously, purposely
Putting this out.
putting this out there. It's not even who you are. That's like saying you a drug user, or you do drugs and you solicit that shit. You don't even do drugs.
Yeah.
Like Future did.
Yeah, he did
Well,
that.
Future said he was doing drugs. He just pushed it really
He
heavy.
said he stopped doing drugs a long time before, and he was still putting out drug music.
Right.
But Future
Yeah.
definitely was doing a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
drugs.
the.
I think
like,
this is
it's
her. I
worse.
think that's
I
what
think
made it
this is
so.
who
That's
she
what
is.
you said.
Yeah.
People embraced it at the beginning as
Yeah.
like the natural ratchet girl from St. Louis
People
Word.
still embrace it.
But were
I
people
think
mad at
they're
Erykah Badu for having pussy smell incense?
Yes, they were. There were some people that were. You
Not
know what
as
I'm
much
saying?
outrage.
But
Not
not as much as this.
It's all about presentation.
And it's just
And who you
also
are.
about the same. Now, if it would have been called dirty pussy, then maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you still had it pulled up, but like, there's some of them that are just like outrageous. Like, what if
Sex on her period is outrageous.
But that's what I'm saying. What if she would have just flipped it a little bit, like you said? What if the words would have just been a little bit different?
Oh, look at Strange in Boomerang.
Yes.
About with Grace Jones.
We literally
Yeah.
turned into Strange.
And that's
Boomerang
what I'm
when she was
like.
giving birth
Yes.
to the
Yeah,
perfume
yeah,
and my pussy.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally, she might be Strange.
And that's why I'm saying, like, it's there's something
Grace
about
Jones.
it.
Grace
That's
Jones.
Jones.
Yes. I was gonna ask you. So, how do, especially as men, how do we not shame a woman for expressing her sexuality and owning her body?
Right.
But at the same time, especially as black people, expecting somewhat decorum
Decorum.
and some of that. How do we balance that
'Cause
without ever sounding
Even
sexist?
us as
'Cause I
women,
definitely don't want
even
to
us
sound
as
sexist.
women, got to figure that out.
No, y'all are entitled to talk about your bodies and your life the
And
way
do what
you
you
want.
want.
No, but
when
we're
it-
talking
when-
about shaming. He's saying, how do we critique this without it being shamed?
Well,
Judgmental.
because you
Right.
have to know that there's a standard in, like, common sense says that this is not okay. Like, to probably most people, even her fans are probably turned away from some of this.
Yeah.
So it's like, we got to know that there is a basic intellect that we have to know that this stuff is not good for society.
Right. And people will support you because they don't care about your future.
Yeah.
People will support what's ugly because it's ugly. Like, I'm gonna support this.
It's
I don't care-
controversial.
It's controversial. I don't care about this person, but let's get this shit moving. I like that.
Okay, so devil's advocate. I'm going to throw y'all for a loop real quick.
Let's go.
Granted, all of these titles of these lip glosses are somewhat
can take somewhat off.
No.
The
I'm not
best
saying
one is
off.
Pussy Hole Pink. That's the only
I'm with
one
that one.
Blue balls.
I'm with Pussy Hole Pink because that was her first bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was her first caption. But they're vulgar. These are vulgar, right? Now let's flip that. 6. Can you pull up the nasty pack of Jelly Bellies? This is the exact same
Nasty
thing.
pack of jelly beans?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, when it tastes like all the
Yes.
nasty
Oh,
shit.
okay. The nasty
Oh,
shit.
like
Yeah, I
vomit,
played that
yeah.
game. They have a
Yeah.
game that you can play.
But I don't think her stuff tastes like that.
I'm not saying it tastes
I
like
bet
anything.
the fuck not tastes like yellow discharge.
No, can you find one that actually has the titles? I mean, the flavors? Because let's look. This is rotten egg, dead fish, toothpaste,
Booger.
long clippings, booger, vomit.
Okay, so what point are you trying to make in
The
comparison?
point is that this is not a black woman. This is somebody who went left and did something that's technically not tasteful to people just because it's not hers is sexual. This is not sexual. I'm saying that in
This
some
is
sectors
disgusting.
shit is accepted, in some sectors it's not.
Well,
Well,
this
this is- I don't know
is
if
not
this is a
being
good-
played on. Like, the thing is, like, the imagery.
This was marketed to
It's-
children.
It's the optics and the imagery.
But this is a fun game. This is marketed as a game
It
of
wasn't
like,
a game at first. It was just a bag of jelly beans that you could get from Jelly Belly that you wouldn't tell people were bad flavors. And you
Oh, it's
just
still a
hand it to
game though, because like a prank thing.
them. Yeah.
So
But
it's still a
the
game.
point is, it's just
I
like
played it before.
if she would. My
Some of
point
them
is,
not that bad.
if she would have switched the names a little bit, and it wouldn't have necessarily been so vulgar of names, would we have accepted it better?
Hell yeah, I clap for her. I'd be happy that she had a lip gloss line.
yeah, if they
But
weren't vulgar, but that's the
because-
whole point of what we're saying is that they're using something that is so derogatory that a lot of kids that hear her music or see this probably don't even know what a lot of the shit on there is. So now you're opening kids' minds to new words, new lingo. Oh, my coochie juice. They're gonna be talking about
They
blue
follow
balls.
her on
Yeah.
IG.
It's bad enough
so,
that
yeah.
some kids may not let them listen. I mean, some parents may not let their kids listen to it, but now you can see she's marketing a product that you can't really censor from your kids. It's not an audio. It's they can read it.
And where's Rhapsody's product line at? That's also
out to
my
Rhapsody,
thing.
Yeah.
man.
Show
Shout
it's
out
about
Rhapsody.
the
That's the
equity,
problem
right?
right
The
there.
equality. Excuse me.
Look
It's
where the
about
marketing
show me
dollars
that
go.
because even back in the day, even
Right.
though it was marketing dollars behind Foxy and Kim, it was also marketing dollars behind the Lauryn Hills.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I want to see the same thing. I want to see Rhapsody have the same opportunities that Sexy Red.
I
gets.
agree.
But to your point, she probably does because she's so dope. There's a good team behind her who financially has the money to make it happen.
Right.
It's
Where's the
not
visibility?
accepted by the masses.
Rhapsody?
Yeah, the-
Because
yeah, the
her-
room's not gonna
Because-
repost that
because
shit.
her music is not controversial, it's not raunchy, it's intellectual,
Yep.
it teaches you, it gives you knowledge.
Message hip-hop.
It's
It's real hip-hop.
and they don't want Why market that when it doesn't do anything to help what their
agenda.
Their agenda is correct.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's
I don't think it's necessarily even that.
It's positivity. We're
With
not
her
pushing positivity.
specifically, I don't think it's that. I think that it's really hard to find a unique niche of like a merch thing for certain artists if there's not something
You're
that
speaking
has
solely on like merch more so than just marketing the
that's what you
artist.
said.
I'll buy a
That's what you
Rhapsody
said,
candle.
right? You want to know what
Like,
the merch is,
You
right?
can start off
Yeah.
small.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Mainly opportunities.
So
Yeah,
Sexy
same
Red
opportunity.
shit is that everywhere she goes, she's walking around like this. Everywhere she goes, that's all she do. She got her lip gloss in her hand. That's her whole shit.
Rhapsody could have
that was
incense.
easy because it's like, oh, we're gonna play off of what you carry around with you all day long. With other artists, sometimes it takes a
don't
little
have
bit of
that.
time
To
Gotcha.
find a
before
product.
that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I would love to see. Okay, so to your point, Rhapsody, I would love to see like a Rhapsody composition book.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Like a rap book because
A rap
that's
book.
her shit.
Playing
She's
into
so
her shit.
lyrical, but it takes marketing.
Somebody to
Like
come up
somebody
with it,
got to really
execute
sit
it.
down
Yeah.
and look into your whole brand and figure out what it is that I'm going to sell you. What am I going to sell?
So
you?
why not
What am I-
take her a different direction and make her more marketable now?
Because what is she? What can you? If you looked at Sexy Red as a whole, the brand.
But everybody has a change in their character in time.
Has she had it yet, though?
No, but think about from a label standpoint or a business standpoint. You keep pushing this. We talked about it again. Why are you pushing negativity when you could take her completely a different route and market her more clean?
But that's
because she
if
already
she-
came out
And they
raunchy.
might do
Why
that.
keep-
They
But
might
that's
do that
if
at one
she
point. It'd be
can.
too soon to do that.
But
From
they-
speaking from like
yeah.
a label perspective,
Yeah.
Okay.
it'd be
It's way
too soon
too
because we
soon.
could save that era for a whole nother album,
Yeah.
So
a whole
what-
nother juncture in her career. We will see a clean,
They haven't worn
mature
this out
version
yet.
of Sexy
They haven't
Red.
ran
So
this
keep
into the
running
Maybe
with
like
the
album
nasty
4 or
and
5.
raunchy.
Yeah,
If you are
At the
a
cost of
label,
society.
yeah,
At the
if you're
cost
a
of-
label and
Yeah.
all you doing is looking at the bottom line
Yeah.
and you trying to stay in the black, then yeah, it's too early to pull out. Pause. But it is. Like you can't do that yet with this.
We've been seeing this formula since
She's firing on
96.
all cylinders right now.
She's all head
You
first
can't
into it,
do
but
that shit.
how can you?
They're not reinventing the wheel here.
No.
You know what I mean? Like they're
No.
taking
This
the
is Jacob
path
York's.
of least resistance.
For
Yeah.
sure.
This is
It's
the
not
easiest,
hard.
the
It's not hard.
easiest, fastest way to make a lot of money. Rhapsody, you have to put some thought into it. You might
That's
not
what I'm
make
saying.
you might
money.
not make as much money.
Yeah.
But why? But the question is, why hasn't she been given an opportunity to fail? Why isn't she be even given the opportunity for somebody to be like, you know what, that didn't work?
Well, see, I don't know
Yeah.
all her business standings and what opportunity she has had. I know,
Rhapsody? Okay.
I know she's probably had some good looks, but again, I think
Great
sure.
it goes deeper to what do we consume the most. And what is the most attention seeking, and what she provides. Although it's the most amazing female rap, I think right now,
For
it doesn't
sure.
give that shock value to society to where it's easy to push without all the thought, all the money, all the time, the growth and build. It puts her at a disadvantage just because of the masses, how they consume and what they consume. It's not even her fault. It's not her team's fault. It's the majority of people. What we want to hear is not a positive message. It's unfortunately that's what the masses don't want.
That's what media pushes, though. It's really media. Because
Yeah.
if media woke up one day and started pushing more positivity, then people will be more positive. But if media is pumping out negativity
Yeah.
every single
Every
day,
day.
Yeah.
There's no money in positivity.
But they can make
It
it. They
depends.
can make
Money
it.
if
They
they
can
want
make
to.
the way they can do it. Because right now, it's the easiest time to brainwash a whole society.
For sure.
Because everything is so accessible. Everything you see it all the time. They can actually. They're smart enough to where they can be like, we can manipulate this to turn it into a positive manner or push out this
Somehow,
stuff
right.
and start making it this. But what I'm saying is, it's not even just about the money. It's not even about making the money off it. It's about the narrative and what they're trying to do to people.
And then-
I agree.
Where they're
I
trying
agree.
to keep the energy of society, where they're trying to keep
Yep.
the vibrations. It is an attack on humanity.
Facts.
And so, like, they could change the narrative. They can make it positive. But that's not benefiting them
Right.
and their real narrative.
Right.
Right.
It ain't the money. It's what can we
The agenda
control
they wanna
and how
push.
can we attack the spirit of the nation, the spirit of
Spiritual
the people.
warfare.
Yeah, they're
Really,
controlling
yeah,
a
it's
group
like
of
spiritual
society
warfare.
with this. They're literally controlling a group of society and making them go a route to stay in a brainwashed state.
And as adults with our eyes open, we can see what this is.
For sure.
This is not just a lip gloss
For
line that
sure.
we've been talking about for
Right.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We're talking about
The
the
whole-
whole play.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
Oh, yeah.
And I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I just I hate that it's I feel like it's always been a thing in the industry. Every generation of music, there's always been somebody that pushed that line, not to this extent. You know what I mean? But like even like a Prince, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom done told stories about how my grandfather tore the fucking house up about a Prince poster because it was just like, nah, I'm not fucking doing it. Get this
Purple
shit
Rain
out
in my fucking house.
You open up the thing out the record and it's him in some chaps. Like, come on now, get this shit out my house. No. And so I think that it's always going to be a thing. It's always going to be a thing that the industry, all the entertainment industries, whether it be music, whether it be movies, whether it be TV, social media now, it's always going to be used to drive whatever that agenda is. And it's just up to, it's up to us to figure out whether or not we're going to
subscribe to it.
Yeah, accept that, or if we're going to police it like in our own individual homes.
I'm glad you said that.
But we will, because look at how Kendrick just did.
Yeah.
His whole thing, this whole angle was attacking indecency.
Yeah, for sure.
You hear that stat?
And so his attack on indecency, even if it's not true, and he made things up or whatever, but
It's
his
the
whole
sentiment.
thing is the sentiment of going against what's wrong. And people
Attention on it. You jump on it.
They jumped on it.
You jump on it.
So it's showing you that there is a craving or a want for that kind of material. But
you know what that does too? Like it puts another pressure on. It puts more pressure on the household and the responsibility of the parent, because how much more you have to censor. And it's a stress, and it causes a clash. I don't have kids, but I could think from a perspective of a parent having a child. This type of content being the norm is gonna cause more of a clash in your household, because as a parent, you're gonna know this is not right, and you're gonna have to now shelter them from more things that are harder to shelter because they're being plastered everywhere. It just puts a crazy dynamic on that. And a great conversation for sure.
Dope.
And instead of actually probably doing fair to say, we should actually ask the chat to engage in this conversation as well, because I think, there's a lot of young fans, a lot of old fans that follow and watch, and we'd like to know y'all input, I think, at least to know how y'all feel about Sexy Red, but also that type of content being pressed onto the masses, because some of y'all have kids and things like that. So engage with Is It Fair to Say with that for us this time.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
Sure.
I think we could kind of stay on that. We're still in that pocket with the first Is It Fair to Say topic. So Bryson SPG said, is it fair to say that LA lacks lyricists aside from TDE?
That's cap.
I love how every music topic that comes up is like, it's straight to Dijon, and he has like an immediate stance.
I can't help it.
But it's good. You kick off the conversation, and then we'll go off what you think.
It's a plethora of dope, divine MCs, lyricists out here on the West Coast. Do they get the attention they deserve? No.
Yeah.
Are some of them as consistent as I would like them to be, holding the artists accountable with that point? No. But they are there, so we do have the West Side Boogies.
Yeah.
We do have Jason Cash.
Yeah, Cash is definitely one I was gonna.
wasn't D Smokes?
D-Smoke?
Yeah, D Smoke.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's on tour with
acting
Sir.
now.
He's on tour with Sir.
Like
with his brother.
he's got dope lyrics.
Yeah. We have dope MCs.
I think
that was a crazy question.
I think the other thing too is that the people that are not on the West Coast kind of get everything muddled up. And I think that there are a lot of people that they are associating with it too, that they're not really realizing are just like kind of adjacent.
Yeah.
They're not all the way necessarily that. And then, everybody just feels like it's all, twerk, crump, gangbang
Or
music.
flocking.
Yeah, and it's like, no, there's so much out here for everybody that we just haven't been exposed.
Full
They haven't
variety.
been exposed yet.
Absolutely. Our rappers definitely, not all of them, but we definitely have artists that take pride in their lyricism too.
For sure.
But we also have, I feel like they see so much Blueface. Like if you go to Academics page, she only posts maybe like 3 LA rappers. So when you see Blueface, Roddy Ricch, and YG, you think that's all LA sounds like.
Right.
And then obviously the Draco sound.
Right.
Yeah.
But even Draco was a divine lyricist in my opinion.
Yeah.
He told intricate stories, and the lingo he came up with and the verbiage he came up with was fascinating to me. So I definitely would not don't just try to put us in the box out here in LA and
But
say
it's
like our niggas don't have bars.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask
We
you
can
this.
hang with the
Like
best
there's
of
so
them
many
lyrically.
people that I'm just like
Right.
like you said, Jason Cash is definitely doing a lot for people. Boogie, you get like, even if you take it like Joey Fats, you know what I'm saying?
from Long
Like there's
Beach,
so many people that we not listening to, like even TF, like
TF,
here, it's like
16,
these niggas are really out here
Talking.
spitting for their lives, and it's just up to y'all if you want to go out and find that music or not.
I think too, to that point too, from the people outside looking in, there's there's always a select few Los Angeles artists who are on the forefront that most people outside of LA see.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of, it's hard because there is so many dope LA artists, it's not pressed to the masses. It's hard for them to consume those artists and find those artists to know. TDE is such a big brand because his question was like, other than TDE artists, well, shit, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But who's being pushed to where the people, like you said, go to academics page and everybody on other coasts are now talking about other artists to where the masses can now find out. There's a ton of dope lyricists, but is there a standout lyricist from LA that people can say that is like a face of LA other than Kendrick?
You want, as far as up and coming, Jason Cash, his latest project, All Right Bet, phenomenal.
Really
it's better
good.
than his debut project,
Really
Read the
good.
Room. So that says a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm saying to the point of like, is there I mean, you
mean
have
like
Tyler the
mainstream?
Creator,
Yeah,
right?
Tyler the
You
Creator,
have
obviously,
Kendrick, you have Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
But you start to kind of dwindle off when you think of big name.
Vince.
Okay,
Vince.
correct. Long Beach,
Vince.
LA. Yep.
Yeah.
You
Vince.
got Buddy.
Yeah.
You got Schoolboy, but he's TDE.
But that's
But I'm
TDE.
saying
That's
like,
TDE, yeah.
so is there like, there's not a big group of standout lyricist artists that are consumed to the masses from LA, and I think that's the problem. There's so many, but there's not enough that are in
They
the
get the
spotlight
push.
to
Yeah,
get
I agree.
the push. You know what I mean?
I absolutely agree. I think that's what our non-lyrical rappers too.
For sure.
But they're
It's
getting
definitely
more
what our
shine
lyrical-
because that sound is more consumable. If
yeah.
you're shaking ass, you in the club, or you're pushing a certain type of sound on a song, it's consumable.
It doesn't
faster.
get the ratchet rappers that far either, is what I'm saying. They don't make Double XL freshman cover, and the lyrical LA rappers don't make
Yeah.
Double XL freshman cover for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's really not like a bias.
What about
against
hit
them.
records from LA? Are they more
310
most hit,
Baby should have been on everybody's list
But
for
I'm
everything
exactly
this
so
year.
most LA hits are not lyrical.
Are not recently have not been lyrical.
So I think again,
excluding
that's,
Not Like Us,
Right.
Obvious.
So I'm
Yeah.
saying like that's kind of
even
against
like
their
Vince
point.
Staples,
There's
not to cut you off.
There's no hits from LA.
The
Was
Mustard
it-
record he
was it
did,
Magic?
he
Yeah,
watered down
he
the
did.
lyricism
He
to
walked
make
on it,
the
yeah.
for the
he walked
masses,
on
and
it.
that's what I think is lacking. Is there's that lyricism hit
Well, I think
Okay.
that also
besides Kendrick.
Then you go a little bit deeper. Then that's when you look at us, and that's when you say it's media's responsibility to make sure that we are putting up our platforms out there to get them out there.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why it's great what you're doing, because so like being from the Bay, we've always had Thizzler. Like Thizzler is where you go to find anything Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? And there
I
are
didn't know
now
that.
more than that, but it's like those blogs, I mean, those pages, those websites, those all the social media is up to us in West Coast media to say, you know what, just like Double XL has heralded their champion,
herald
their
ours,
artist,
right.
and what's the other one? The five mic, what is it? Five mics?
The Source. Yeah, they stopped doing it, but
all
Source
of, but that's my
Mics.
point. Is
Right.
if there's
Tell me
years
about it.
and years
Tell me
and
about it.
years
Should
and
definitely do
years
that.
of them drilling for their coast, and so it's like, okay, now if we have that opportunity, let's do that too, and that's what you do,
Right.
and that's what a lot of people need to be
To
doing.
respond to you, you said I should bring the 5 mics to the Source. I mean, to the West Coast. I do like 5 palm trees in my
Yeah.
magazine. I review the
Yeah,
album. You
I've
get like
seen
5
that.
palm trees or 4 palm trees or XYZ. As well, I feel like the grading is kind of like that. A would be 5
Mm-hmm.
mics, right? B 4 mics, XYZ. But really, what our artists have to embrace the media. One, they have to start showing up to interviews and
Yeah.
being punctual and reposting when they do the interviews and stuff too. Because if they were on Double XL or the East Coast platforms that ignore them, I
They
feel
would-
like they would be
they would
hyped
be hyped
up
to
For
do it.
sure.
Yeah. So be hyped
More
up whenever
embrace
you
artists embrace the media
Yeah.
as
right,
well.
embrace
Right.
and
Yeah.
support. It's hand in hand. Like we
Yeah.
support the artists need to support media.
Yeah.
But I feel like other places, they have media that supports them because they have media that looks like them. You know what I mean? And so out here, we don't have media that looks like us, that represents us. Where do you go on the radio to listen to new black music, new rap music in LA?
I don't know about
Technically,
radio.
it would be 92.3.
But technically, right? But it's not. Are they presenting the people you're talking about?
I don't know.
So like,
Because
so
that's
that's
the
why I
other
say
thing, radio-
FIGGMUNITY world is really
Yeah.
Big.
because I feel like this is the
Representation.
first time that we are in control of representation of what's being heard and what's being listened to.
Facts.
And promoting it, pushing out there.
Yeah.
It's like what FIGGMUNITY world, what you guys have here, is so much bigger in the future of what we can do, because the things that we're not happy with are the things that we say, this is not right.
Exactly.
This is the opportunity for this platform to fix those things,
Exactly.
to present those things.
And they have,
And we've been doing- like,
for
they've been
sure.
doing
There's
it,
so
and
many
so-
artists getting looks from here that nobody have ever
For
heard of.
sure.
That
Respect
now
about, yeah.
they
Like
really
you could be respected
tapped
like
in.
Hot 97. You could be
Yeah.
the Charlemagne and the DJs out there, whatever. Like
Yeah.
this is the place,
And
and
Big
we
Boy.
are the change that we want to be.
Man,
Right.
that's a
why I
cold way
think
to close that one for sure.
I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Fair to say, fair to say. All right, cool. We got one more on the Is It Fair to Say hashtag. This comes from Jay Bands. Is it fair to say, in order to be considered a top rapper of all time, you should have to know how to freestyle off the dome, not written?
It would be nice.
Like I would.
It would be
I don't think
nice
we-
if you could.
I would find it hard to believe that if you were considered one of the top rappers of all time, you couldn't rap off the dome. I'm pretty sure if you're the best of all time, I wouldn't put it past
Sit
them that
there
they
and
couldn't
rap,
fucking
yeah.
freestyle.
Yeah, I just think when you freestyle, people think it's supposed to have to be super lyrical and thought out. It's not that. It's not that easy to be able to freestyle. I'm sure every top rapper should be able to freestyle. If you
Yeah.
know how to rap, you should be able to freestyle to some extent. It may not be the most lyrical shit, but you should be able to put words together off the top of your head. I think that's the art of rap.
It's a
I think
basic
if you
skill.
started, you can contest to this. We come from a generation of music where you sat around and you freestyle with your friends, and you
Yeah.
just you were so inspired by music. And even if you tried to be a rapper, that was part of the skill. You were inspired by people who could freestyle in that
Yeah.
era.
That's
But I
like-
don't think that matters as much anymore.
But there's so many freestyle platforms
Right.
online. Every time I open my phone, I would hope that freestyling would still matter.
Yeah.
Because every day it's a new hanging mic series.
But you know that
Yeah.
they're not freestyling. Come on, Dijon, you
Oh,
know.
yeah, well, I can't tell you the last time I watched somebody really freestyle.
95% of most of these people who step on these platforms and rap,
It's written. Yeah.
Ciphers
or
and
they
all,
have
yeah.
they have the BPM of the beat that they're gonna play, and they match whatever song is in that same BPM, and they use
Yeah,
that
they got-
verse, and they rap on a beat with the same
Yeah.
BPM, and they use that verse. And it's not, there's no shade. You want to be able to deliver to a high caliber, because if not, if rappers come on these platforms now and start freestyling, they gonna be
it's
like, nigga,
like,
you
that's
weak,
whack.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you expect something. So now to that point is like when you hear somebody really freestyling, I don't think it's like you're surprised, but I don't think people care as much.
Yeah. I think the last nigga we heard really freestyle was probably Meek.
Meek
For
Mill.
sure.
Like an actual freestyle.
Battle rapper who made
'Cause he
it
battle rapper.
successful and,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
freestyles off the
Yeah.
top. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. Rest in peace, Juice
Yeah.
WRLD.
Oh,
Amazing
man.
freestyler.
Those tour bus videos of him and who is it? Corday?
I know he had a bunch.
Who is that?
Geechee
That-
Gotti just dropped an album.
Shout out.
I don't
Yeah,
shout out to
Geechee
Geechee
Gotti. He's a
Shout out
battle
to
rapper as well.
famous battle
Battle
rapper. Battle rapper, but he's just dropped an album recently.
Yeah.
So
And no shade to them, they pin their shit too.
Oh, La
And they
Russell.
battle rap.
La Russell.
But I don't think really La Russell freestyles.
No, he freestyles.
He
he
uses
On Instagram.
Yeah, but he uses his, and no shade, because I know I spoke highly on him. He's one of my favorites. But I think he uses a lot of verses, lyrics he's used in other songs, and he puts them together into one song. He like mashes up his songs. It
Okay.
sounds like a freestyle. Again, no shade, but it's not like all off the top.
But if you freestyle and you're a rapper and you rap your whole life, you're gonna regurgitate things that you say and
Yeah.
things like that. But like the only way to like 100% guarantee that somebody's freestyling is like the give me some
a
words.
prompt, yeah.
give me
That's
some
that,
words type shit. And
AD.
like
or you got to rap about what's going on around you at
stuff
the
on the table
moment.
or
like
Yeah.
that shit, and that's like a different.
Can you freestyle,
element.
DJ?
No, I cannot.
Come on.
No,
You don't get drunk and freestyle?
When I get drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
absolutely.
shit, we got to
That's
get the
hella funny.
mimosas one of these
That's
days.
hella
Yeah.
funny.
And when I get drunk, I do rap.
Yeah.
I'm that friend.
So
I'll
what
start rapping.
kind of rap would you bust into? Pause if it was a freestyle session going in the car.
I'm gonna kick your chair.
Should I do I have to pause that?
No music. I'm one of those type of people.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I gotta get drunk. and,
Oh, so
like,
you
be
a
lit.
hip hop hippie to the hippie?
You got me fucking.
You got to get drunk for it to come out, or you just
Well, you're a hip
nervous?
hop dude. You know what I mean?
That's what I was
Like-
wondering. I'm like, bro, he said he came from that golden era that we talk about. So shit, that
gonna
came from
kick your chair.
That came from. I'm putting you on the spot. These you ain't just
I'm
no.
not about to rap.
You ain't no grader no more. We finna everybody who is
I'm not
everybody
about to rap.
will make these niggas rap.
Hey, they gonna make you get on the next cipher.
Oh,
Yeah, you been talking all that shit about niggas rapping, nigga. You get your ass on the cipher.
But
You
one,
know-
I would kill it.
Hey, that
You
would
can
be
rap
so
about
dope
food.
because every rapper
That's
would want to
fucked up.
see that shit. Like, yeah, let's see what you do. They
You gonna go
the
viral.
views
That shit would go
crazy.
That'd be
viral.
hard.
I got
I feel
golden
like I have a
ideas,
nice
bro.
16. Don't like, get it wrong, because I'm an amazing writer.
And the
I've written
cipher was not
I've written for
freestyle,
other
right?
artists before.
Yeah.
The cipher wasn't freestyle. That was
Everybody,
written.
everybody
was
pin
written.
No,
that.
everybody
Hey, that
wrote
would
that
be
shit.
dope if you did that shit, dude. Like
I'm
what?
not against it. It's a
Uh-oh.
lot of
Bijan been
different things
talking
I
all
wanna
this shit about
try.
rap. Let's see
Hey,
how he
that
come
would be
out.
fucking sick. if
Have
did
you
that
ever never experimented with trying to play around back in the day with recording yourself or hearing a song?
I've done references for people because again, I've written songs for other artists.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I've definitely done.
So you're
references
familiar
for,
then?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let me ask you
gonna
this.
grade you.
If you did a song, would you be open to putting out a blank report card and letting everybody you've graded grade you?
You'd have
But when
to.
I drop my compilation project that I'm finishing up, it's gonna drop with a blank.
Got
the back
you.
cover is gonna be. I'm open to feedback.
That's
when people
hard.
tell me I'm an F or XYZ, I don't take offense to it.
Yeah. Fair to
because I
say.
know I can be 1,000 times better.
Right.
Fair to say.
So
You
yeah,
got a compilation coming out
yeah, absolutely.
That's
with
super dope.
rappers
A
like
lot of different rappers.
Oh
Off
my
the
God,
plug,
that's dope, man. I'm
Big
glad that
Sad,
you are
Rumble,
doing your shit,
yep.
man.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's
dope.
growth.
Yeah,
That's
compilation,
finding
that's
ways to
dope.
market and do your
Yeah.
shit. But you still got to rap on there somewhere.
Oh man.
You got to. You
Why
got
do
to
y'all
put
want
it.
to
You
hear
got
me rap so bad? Why can't just
I
be
think
a
the whole
journalist?
entire world wants to hear. The whole entire LA at least
Yeah.
He is on
wants to
intro
hear you
people in,
rap.
my niggas thick coming through.
Yeah, stop trying to get on the compilation. That's what it is. That's what you do a
He doesn't
song
need a
with me.
verse.
You want to do a song with me?
Bro.
That's what it
That's what
is.
it is. Hey, he segued in there, man.
This wayward ass song finna be crazy.
Why gotta be all that?
It do, cause I'm waiting. I'm
Well,
waiting.
let me get back in my bag, man.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
shit.
what grade did State get on
God.
the? What grade did State get on the cipher?
That's your
C+.
shit.
I think you gave me a C+.
C+. Oh,
But I don't think you really you graded me more on the body language, not the lyrics. But we ain't gonna go. We're
No,
gonna
I
keep it
took
going.
points off for your shoulder
is
movement.
crazy.
That was crazy.
So if I didn't have shoulder movement, it would have been what?
A B.
B plus.
no,
B
it would've
minus?
been a- yeah, there you go.
That's
Oh,
fucked
B
up. So I
minus,
only
B
got
minus,
a
yeah,
ding
C
for
plus, B
moving my
minus,
shoulder.
B.
It was just too
Damn.
much.
You gonna
sway.
have to rap, nigga. I'm on
Too
your
much
head.
sway.
It was too much sway for me.
Speaking.
I watched it and I was like, it's not that bad.
No, I was moving a lot,
cranking
but
up.
I was
Maybe
I was
put
excited.
effects on it. You know, the videographer
Yeah.
can put an effect on
They
it.
be doing the
fuck you.
ring.
Fuck you. Look, it's funny. I was a little excited. I hadn't did it in 6 years. I was excited. I watched it back. I was moving. Somebody DM'd me and said octopus ass arms, and I was rolling. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, I was moving too much, but I'm still delivering my lyrics. I ain't
I
gonna
wouldn't know
deliver.
what to do with my hands. That'd be the hardest part about me being a
Like on,
rapper. Like, what was rapper hands?
It's tough.
Like, what do you do with your hands when
It's
you're a
tough.
rapper?
See, you try to accentuate what you're saying a little bit,
But you don't want to be too handsy, right?
yeah, I get it now. Thanks.
Shake hands.
Thanks. Well, that moves us right into rappers. Not a hot topic about a rapper who has turned a podcaster and who's actually both dope at both of them. And they I'm doing the hands.
He's handsome.
and I'm telling you, I'm trying to stick with it. This is a rapper turned podcaster who's actually dope at both of them, and people clowned him for his music side of things. But this hot topic says Young Miami versus Joe Budden. It's still going on. Shout out to Joe Budden. He says she was laughing at Joe for receiving a gold plaque today for Pump It Up. 20 years after it originally dropped. Joe says he's finna laugh at her tomorrow on his podcast.
What's
Shout
wrong
out to
with
Joe
us?
Budden,
Congrats
man.
What
on
is
his
wrong with
getting a
us?
plaque.
First
What is
of
wrong
all,
with us? We laughing at somebody for still garnering attention for something they did 20 years ago.
And it wasn't even on streaming when he dropped this.
Right.
Streaming didn't exist. So for
so-
people to go back and get this gold after he's become famous, it's tight.
Can I just? This shit ain't platinum.
You would think it'd be platinum by now.
This shit
I
was
would've thought it was.
a hit.
It dropped on Def Jam. It was on every video
Yeah.
game.
About
and
it.
This
basketball
was a
game.
hit.
I thought it was-
The value of streams versus record sales. We're talking about 500,000 sales on a single. How many
That's why
How many
I need to
streams
get
does
you.
it take
Oh,
for it to
yeah,
be
it
a
was-
single sale? So this is
1,500
probably
or
like
something.
10 million streams.
But you
But
gotta
we
think about
saying
it.
this should be platinum before
this should be
streaming ever
platinum.
existed.
This is back in the day where it was pure
Like, I thought it was
sales.
all over the
Niggas
place.
was
Real
doing a
quick,
meal first
I wonder if they're
day.
counting
Real
it that.
quick, because this came out, what, 2004? 2003? I don't know. Was people still buying singles then? Because I
Time
know
was
people
different.
buying albums.
That's
was
the
people
bootleg
buying
era.
singles in 2003?
Bootleg era started when Pump It Up was
you
out.
DJs or some shit.
Yeah, I feel like people
I-
wasn't buying singles.
That's
and-
true.
But I'm with you. I thought that would have been
Platinum.
a bigger.
I thought it would be platinum. too.
Especially
Came out
even
Def
after
Jam.
the movie.
Like I said,
Yeah.
not to cut you off, but think about the time when it came out. It was a big Napster, LimeWire era,
And
to
that's
where
what, yeah, I think
sales
that goes
probably
to the
weren't
same
able to be
point.
calculated. It was that era of transition from CDs to streaming or downloading
Yeah.
music, and it's like bootleggers. So it probably wasn't and the calculation wasn't the same back
So
then.
you think? But you think Drake is the best artist?
Oh, shit. All right. You want to go
Who's
get another donut?
Drake.
Who's that?
Because this goes against your argument right now.
What, by numbers?
Yes.
I don't solely base it on numbers, but what's your point to that?
If Michael Jackson had streaming,
Oh,
his shit would be untouchable.
I would probably say, yeah. That's why it's hard to really it's hard to compare artists in different eras of consumption. If your music is consumed a different way, whether it was streaming, it came to a point where it was physicals, and then it went to downloading, bootlegging, to streaming, to where you could finally start making some money and start calculating what you've been accomplishing. But there was a whole time in there where shit really wasn't accounted for.
Yeah.
No.
You just had to be a dope artist. Like,
But that goes to show like how dope, how important of a musician he was, that it was still streaming happening and he was still number one.
who?
Mike.
Yeah.
Like with sales. Like streaming was around for a long time before somebody got to his level. They had to do all that just to get there.
But
I think he's untouchable.
He's been correct. So Mike, but
could you go
Joe
back to
Budden's
her
been
tweet?
Joe Budden's been trolled for so long that it made people hard for them to. His streams
He just-
suffered because
They
people
don't like
trolled
him.
him as being not a rapper. So people don't give him the fair shake to really listen. When he was signed, and he was a part of a group that was with Eminem
Slaughterhouse.
and real
Right,
rappers.
right.
So let's not put no shade on his
Yeah.
rap ability.
You can't
That's
do
one
that.
thing niggas don't want to
Rappability,
fuck
yes.
with.
Music, no.
Yeah, he wasn't
It's
able
a
to
difference.
commercialize it.
He wasn't able to make good songs.
Yeah, commercialize
Because
it.
if you can make good songs and make good hooks, then
Yeah,
you
like
will
2
be
or
a
3,
star
right?
rapper.
I
he had
think
a-
that other problem with that theory is that we were also looking at his major releases. Like, if you go look at Mixtape
And
Joe,
Mood Music.
man,
Oh, yeah.
hits
Bodies.
back to back to back to back. So it's like you kind of can't say that either, because it's just, again, what's being presented. Like, are we looking at the full
What's getting
discography?
the push?
Right.
So are we
Okay.
looking at everything, or are we not? Like, Joe, this single in no way foreshadowed the lyricist that we were gonna get out of Joe
No, that's the
Budden.
thing too. It wasn't. It was a commercialized song, and so
Right.
people laughed at it. Like pump it
it up.
up.
And it was
Yeah.
a fucking hit though,
Big
and
hit.
that,
Every
nonetheless,
basketball game.
every
Right.
basketball, any competition,
Sport event,
anything,
yeah.
you could be
Movies,
at presidential
just everywhere.
fucking
Yeah.
debates, and they were playing this shit. So it's like, you can't really say that, but I just hate the fact that I really think it should be more than gold.
So Young Miami said, another one bites the dust. Remember, you was just celebrating when you thought I took a L. I can laugh. You was just laughing at me. So let's go. That's what she said back to him.
Let's laugh. Before
Let's
you hop
laugh,
into that
excuse me.
6, can you do me a quick favor? Can you look up how many streams it takes to be an album sale?
Isn't it like 1,500 or something like that?
Just so I can know.
Then look up City Girls' last album, first week sales. Because I just want to point out how that shit sold like 6 or maybe like 7K first
Think
week.
about that. Think
And so
about how
long
she's
it's
only
gonna take-
6,000
Right.
album sales is what it counts.
1,500.
And he got 500,000. So think how long it takes
Yeah.
to build up
So
500.
City Girls'
Oh, so she
last
really
album
out
is
of
not
line.
going to go gold for the
Oh.
next 20 years
Yeah,
or
it
something
probably
like that.
never will go gold.
So
She's
it's like,
really
why
out
is
of
you
line.
laughing? Your last shit flop. Your
Yeah.
group broke up. That's why I just didn't understand.
So
So yeah.
1,500 streams
So
is
what was-
one album sale. So you can do the math on that. She had to get 500. So 1,500 times 500,000. Let me see what it is.
Her last album was called Real Ass Whore.
What?
Raw, that was for the City
That's what
Girls?
it stood for.
So
Oh
in
my
order
God.
to, if my math is correct me if I'm wrong, it takes 750 million streams to be gold. 750 million streams. That because she did 500,000 is
okay.
gold, and it takes 1,500 streams for one album sale. So 1,500 times 500,000. So Pump It Up had been streamed 750 million times. Let's put some shine on a gold
like,
plaque.
don't
Yeah.
shit, like yeah.
Like that's not 500,000 streams. That's 500,000 sales.
Well, that's why he got the plaque because it's something to celebrate.
Right.
Otherwise, there would be no plaque.
Like it's
Would
a
be nothing to hang
celebration
up.
to me.
Yeah.
Like that's a
And
accomplishment.
he can laugh at it too
How
because
many did you say it was?
I think it says
Well,
1,500,000.
what the number that you calculated?
750 million.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm just trying to look, because that's how, it's always so confusing to me how this works. So I'm looking
1,500,000.
at
1,500 times
No, I'm saying at
500,000.
Spotify, I'm looking at his numbers.
Oh.
At Spotify, Pump It Up has 83.3 million streams.
On
You
just
got
Spotify.
Apple,
Yeah, exactly.
Tidal.
So that's
And
why I'm
then
like,
also like individual
it makes
purchases
sense.
too.
It
People
makes
might
sense.
have purchased it on iTunes. I mean,
Right.
I don't know who would.
Exactly.
But people
So
might
it
have
took its
purchased it on
time.
Because that
iTunes.
was also before the full streaming
Streaming,
era.
people buying
Right.
on
we
iTunes.
were buying, we weren't buying physicals, but we were buying
yeah.
albums
Yeah.
on iTunes.
So think about how long it takes for them to even calculate that. So that's why he can kind of laugh at it because everybody makes jokes about it. But that's a huge thing.
So-
But
and he's
that's a
successful
big
at everything he
yeah.
does, and he's dope at everything.
On
he
the
does.
next episode, I promise you, he brings up this album, City Girls album.
That's what he
first
said.
week sales.
That's what he said. He
Oh,
was
he
like,
said it in his
he
tweet.
said,
He
I'm
talked
gonna
about
laugh at you on my show
okay,
today.
so-
Yeah, I promise she's gonna bring this up.
So where can we figure out where their beef started?
When you talked about
probably talking about
her
music
interview,
or
her recent
something.
interview that she did, where
He
she
was
Was
probably
it
talking
that
about
one?
before that. I think
'Cause
back with
feel
Puff
like
shit.
It's been a while.
I think he had made comments during the Puff shit.
well, I mean, he used to work for Puff too, but because he was on State of the Culture. That was a Revolt show, so they both were from the same network. In a sense.
And I don't think she don't have the position to talk to Joe Budden like that. You had a couple hits, but you're not successful enough. You haven't done enough in this staple of this society and this culture. You're not going to have a lasting impact, in my opinion. So to his standpoint, like, don't talk to me.
Well, according to the BET Hip Hop Awards, she won Best Podcast Hip Hop Platform over him 2 years in a row.
So that could be some animosity.
I mean, last year and the year before that.
That's disrespectful.
It's crazy.
She had 4 episodes or some shit.
Podcasts that were in
Drink Champs, Joe Budden podcast.
South, I think.
She won over all of them 2 years in a row. Best hip hop platform.
Yeah. That's disrespectful. 2 years in a row.
How is that the best hip hop platform?
And she only had like 4 or 5 episodes.
I think you scrolled past. I think I saw it.
I saw her too, but I think that was.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, that's
there it
bullshit.
Yeah, best hip hop platform.
So it was all hip hop,
The
$1 million
first one.
worth of games, Joe Budden, Drink Champs,
Rap Caviar.
Caviar, hip hop, yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Carisha, please went over that.
It's safe to
Nigga,
say that Puff
please.
had some hand in some of that.
Nigga, please.
No.
That's my show. Nigga,
I think it was
please.
what you call it.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, back
Best
to
hip hop
back.
platform. Like, that's not even a hip hop platform. Like,
What's
And
the
she's
other-
a little bit cleaner, sexy red. So what the fuck we talking about?
Like, who's
Why are we
she
pushing her
interviewing?
anyway?
yeah, Joe Budden's a far better,
I'm not a fan of the
media
message
person
and
in
shit.
podcasting.
Do you
than-
think he's a better podcaster than a rapper?
way better? Yes.
No.
And he's Joe Budden podcast is my favorite.
Joe
like,
Budden?
Yeah.
One of my favorite podcasts.
I'm gonna say no.
And Everyday
Because
Struggle is my
he-
favorite podcast.
I think he hangs
Wait,
in
what's your
both.
say it again?
Everyday Struggle, what
Everyday
used to be him
Struggle.
and
Oh, yeah,
Academics,
yeah.
that's my favorite
That was a
hip hop
good one.
podcast ever. I'm sad it got canceled. So Joe
Nadeska.
Budden's amazing. Shout out to Nadeska.
No,
He's an amazing
my
podcast.
opinion, I'm gonna say no because I've listened to his rap catalog and as a rap fan and what's cherished in rap, he has that. He hasn't been able to make a huge crossover hit or like a major banger hook, but
Or
he's
classic
never.
debut album.
But he's never correct. But he's never been lackluster. I think on any of his
Yeah.
verses, and I think with potting, it's a weird scale of how you can grade people, and I think that's a talking skill, and I think it takes more skill to rap and write and create from nothing from scratch than it takes to just talk off the top of the head.
But
No, it takes a lot of brain power to a podcast, and the way he does it, the capacity in which Joe Budden does it. Again, I've been watching his podcast from day one.
Yeah.
He's really a master.
No, he's
at
really good.
podcasting.
He's really good.
That's why I would say, like, I
Every
don't
aspect.
He's
think he was
definitely an
ever
influence.
considered, even anyone would ever challenge he was like the best rapper.
Top 10 rapper,
Yeah.
but he's
But right
always
now
in
in
the top 10
podcasts, he's
podcast
being
conversation.
like
I see what you're
considered
saying.
like the top.
The top.
Like,
I see
the
what you're
upper
saying. His
echelon.
competition level he's surpassing his
Yeah.
competition level more in podcasting than he did in rap.
But
That's a good ass
I
point.
think that
That's a
you
good
have
point.
to also put into play too that let's just go ahead and call it what it is. He's a linguist. Like
He
he
knows how
can
to
talk.
yeah, he knows how to
You
talk.
he can manipulate words,
Words,
and that's not in a way of saying manipulation in the
Nope.
negative connotation, but that's just to say that if you can talk, you can write a song. There are different calibers as to which one you can do it, and I think he performs both of those at a high level. Somebody might not say that Joe Budden had the best rap career, but we're not ever going to take away from the fact that he's a great lyricist, and he's also a great podcaster, both of which are derived from speaking, talking, words.
His
It's a
media
talent.
career actually hurt his rap career because he was the first rapper to really have like a gig on the radio station, High 97, and his label and Kevin Lyles was telling him like, no, you can't be a rapper, but then get up and go to the radio
And be a
station
voice.
every morning
Right.
and
Be a voice,
a host of
personality.
XYZ. When he was doing the YouTube and early on, that was an issue at the label for him and different things like that. So I feel like he kind of gave up in a sense the rap, put that on the back burner.
He was the guinea
not saying-
pig.
yeah.
And that's why he.
And now everybody's doing it. Every
that's what
rapper
I'm
is
saying.
in
He was the
media.
guinea pig. He was really the first one to step out and take the criticism of being a rapper turned podcaster,
Yeah.
and that's why he's like, man, you niggas don't talk to me.
Did reality TV give him a boost?
Doing love and hip hop.
Yeah.
It hurt too, but
It did hurt, but I think
for
it got to.
podcasting, like not her for rap, but
Yes,
did it help him
yes.
for his
Oh, yeah, for a
podcast?
media person,
For
yeah.
media
Let me tell you
personalities.
what else Joe Budden was one of the first to do. YouTube vlogging, relationship vlogging with him
Yep.
and Tahiri.
Yeah. Yep.
With him and
He was one of the
Tahiri.
first
YouTuber couples.
person to be he was one of the first celebrities or famous people to vlog his day-to-day life with his girlfriend, uncut, unfiltered.
I'm sure he regrets some of
vlogger.
that.
Yeah.
Man.
He was one of the first ones to do that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was criticized about it because they was fighting on camera, and she
Yeah.
used to be
That's
like,
how he
"Get that
got on the
camera."
hip hop.
Yeah, loving
yeah,
hip hop,
they
the
both did,
relationship
yeah.
shit, and all that.
Okay.
Shout out to Jack.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's an innovator, man, and people need to make sure they put respect on his name. That's why
Yeah,
he
for
can
sure.
talk the way he can talk, because he
Yeah.
has his hand in a lot of shit, and he's talented at all of it. Jack of all trades,
Yeah.
master of none. He don't have to be the best rapper, the best podcaster.
Yeah.
He can do it all.
Repetition, consistency, and experience has got him where he's at right now.
That's what it is.
I think
Shout out
that
to
is,
Buttons.
yeah. I think that's why a lot of people definitely value his opinion. Because
Because
it's
he's
like,
been that, like,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like
He's
no
touched
matter
everything.
what you say about what you think about, I know,
You know.
where you feel like his career landed. Like I said, same. We still can't take away from the talent that he
Right.
had,
Right.
whether or not they cultivated it properly with the label and shit like that. So I think that's why their podcast went as far as it did, as far as like music and stuff like that, because it's like he probably do know what he talking about.
It was a respectable take.
Yeah,
I
like,
know he know what he's talking about.
you know he know what he talking
you-
about.
if you
Like, and that's
listen
why
to
it's
him,
like,
I mean, you
Hear
still
him
got
out.
the ones who are gonna, appeal what he says or make jokes about him being a failed
Right,
rapper
that's what I
and
was
not
gonna
be
say.
able
Right.
to.
There are artists
So
who
why can you
cannot
say this?
accept the critique
Right.
from him because they feel like I sold more records than you,
Mm-hmm.
or you've never had this many hits, or they feel like I can rap better than you, I make better music than
Yeah.
you. So it's like it's hard.
There's very few who can really say that. So tread lightly. I don't think he's gonna get back in that rap bag, but
He could
tread
kill
lightly.
a lot of these niggas just trying to talk
tread
shit.
lightly for real.
Did he do something like within the last couple of years? Like not nothing, like not a
I feel like
project
he
or nothing,
hasn't come
but
out of retirement
I
even
don't
with a,
think-
like a freestyle.
Yeah, I was
even
like,
beef
why do
with
I-
nobody. I don't think he wants to.
nah, he
Nigga was better than a couple of the
He
niggas in
rapped.
Slaughterhouse, so
He
I think
rapped.
he's better than M, and he was better
Didn't he
than.
beef with some?
When did he rap? The
who
last time
beef?
he
Hold
was
on.
when he was beefing with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did he just pop back out and beef
Because once
somebody?
he
I don't know.
retired, I never heard him rapping.
He popped
again.
back out once, but I don't think it was when he was podcasting. I don't think it's been since he's been the Joe Budden podcast. He didn't even do it on
I don't
Everyday
think
Struggle.
He has to do that shit. Like that's just but like
it's-
under
it's-
you now.
But it's
You're
like it's sometimes even I can speak to it. Like you can only talk shit about what I know I can do
Yeah,
so
see,
long.
I knew I wasn't
Oh,
tripping. He
before
just
you,
did
like,
it.
You know,
Yeah.
I kind of have
He
that
freestyled
stance.
over Family Matters. He just did it.
Oh, I don't know if I've heard
He
it.
dropped a freestyle
It
to
was
Family
like some
Matters.
bullshit. Oh, he said it was AI.
Sure, it was AI. I was getting ready to
He said
say.
it was AI.
I was
I'm
just.
about to say.
I was just getting.
I would have heard that.
I'm
I would
looking
have
at
heard
the
that.
whole
That
article.
And I
too
don't want
viral.
to hear that.
Shout out to Hot New Hip Hop for not being accurate, but yeah, it's literally right here.
But
It
I-
says he appears to, and then he said he labeled
That's
it AI.
nasty. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
Joe Budden
because that's why I
freestyle
was like,
over
why do I
that.
feel like I just heard him do something
No.
recently, but
But
it was
him
AI.
on that
So
beat is
forgive me, y'all. It was
terrible.
AI, but
No, I was
yeah.
just saying that, to some extent, when you're creative and when you know you're good at what you do, you can
Damn, that's
only
terrifying.
fuck with me about what I can do so much to where inevitably I'm gonna either show you or I'm just gonna do it just because it's like I'm gonna prove you wrong. And there's a lot of people that are competitors like that. I'm competitive. I'm sure Joe is competitive. The right thing will make
the
person
key
jump
word
out.
in competitive is petty. Like you got to have a certain amount of petty in
To
you
wanna compete.
to
Yeah.
want to prove somebody
Yeah.
wrong when you don't have to.
That's
But
like we were
there's
talking
nothing
about
like-
50 Cent
But there's
earlier
not-
this week.
There's
like,
nothing wrong
same
having a
energy.
chip on your
No,
shoulder
it's
and
not.
wanting to be petty when you're fucking with me about it.
Exactly.
But you also got to say that all with your chest. Like you also have to stand on two with it, and that's why I fuck with, like you said, they are going to.
And
I
Bu-
say what
Joe
I said.
Budden
like,
is petty.
Yeah,
Like,
Joe
he's a-
Budden,
For sure.
50
I
Cent.
feel like it's
there's
a certain
lot of
recipe
niggas.
of what you have to be a great at whatever you are. Like you have to have like just a perfect recipe that ended up being you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's got all
He's
of
mastered it for
his
sure.
recipe, everything that's happened, that's taken place, has made the motherfucker really good at what he does.
Yeah, he's a skilled speaker
Shout
for
out
sure.
JBP Network or JBP Podcast.
JBP podcast, and they got like 5 or 6 people that be on this pod every time. huh?
Yeah, Flip, Ice Ish, Melissa Ford.
Yeah. I think
Parks,
that's super tight. They brought her into.
And then
Yeah, they
E.
needed that. They needed
They're
that.
all on at the same
It's
time.
like
Most
5 or
days,
6
yeah,
of them.
most days
So,
everybody's just,
Parks
certain
is-
days everybody
Joe,
not there.
Does
Melissa.
Parks
Parks the white
out on the
boy.
front now?
They show he has a camera at
Yeah.
times.
Okay, that's tight.
Which is dope. But no, I've been watching that podcast since it was Rory
Yeah.
Long before you.
Yeah.
It's normally
shit.
always 5 with that off camera. Joe, Melissa, the chair in the middle,
Yeah.
the 2
Flip,
seats,
yeah.
and then the
And
off
flip
cam.
on the stool or whatever.
yeah, off cam. And,
Yeah,
they
it's a great podcast.
they
Yeah.
doing
So
their
is this.
shit.
This is a great podcast.
Yes, it
You
is.
feel me? He
Fair
fucking
to
with
say,
it.
fair to say.
Oh, speaking of which, before we move on, you just brought that up. I made a post because I've been definitely tapped in and staying in tune with what's going on with Fair to Say because I'm passionate about it. But we have reached over 500,000 views combined,
Hey.
which may seem like a small thing to a huge platform like this, but to start something from the mud, 22 episodes, and to already have 500,000 of combined views, I think is a dope accomplishment.
Yeah.
That part.
Shout out to
It
Fair
really
to Say
is.
for going
Yeah.
go.
Go and go.
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 Yeah, you gotta make us a gold
a gold plaque, a little something, a little fair to say gold plaque. I'm with it. And now we going towards platinum. So shout out to everybody who's been tuning in and watching. We appreciate it. Yeah. We have another hot topic. This is NBA YoungBoy. His barber says that YB would pay him to chill with him and just play Madden.
That's crazy.
He said the side notes on this. This comes after Kodak saying he doesn't have any real friends and rappers. You know, this being a trend of them not feeling like people really fuck with them unless they're providing for those people. So, but some context on this really quickly. I actually watched this. His barber said that he would just go over there paying to cut his hair, and YB would be like, you know, what you doing for the rest of the day?
Right.
He'd say, I got X amount of heads. And he would offer to pay him to cover the heads he's about to cut, and then also maybe a little chili on the side to just stay and play the game with him.
So I'm not getting my hair cut
That's
because
the
you
thing.
finna play the video game with YoungBoy.
You may or may
You
not.
finna
actually do
cancel
it.
the day of.
But if you pay me right, you might get your next cut free if you're a real barber.
Okay.
I've said that.
Fuck
before.
my job interview, huh?
I've said that before.
You might get your next cut free if
Fuck
I
the baby shower. Just fuck the baby
for
shower.
Madden.
Yeah.
So you can play the game with YoungBoy. That's
He
unprofessional.
said, "Fuck my baby shower, fuck my
Baby
wedding."
shower, the job interview.
It's the money.
You always have to gauge. You always have to hit him and be like,
Right. So you're a
so
barber.
what you getting
Yeah.
cut for tomorrow?
Right.
Because can I just get you tomorrow? Can I get you tomorrow? Because that's a thing. But that's a real thing, I will say. And I think that also, too, comes from us being like therapists.
Yep.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's
like,
what he was saying.
and I'm like, not to be rude, but like men don't really believe in going to therapy typically.
Yep.
They don't believe in going to therapy. They don't want to vent. They feel like it's not masculine to emote or whatever. So it's like when they get in that barber chair,
Talk to your barber.
they just running their mouth to the homie and don't realize how much you're actually talking.
It's therapeutic.
Right. And so you really do develop a big bond with a lot of your clients, more so than you even know, to the point where y'all do become friends off duty. And so this is very common. Not necessarily, I will say, I've never really had anybody offer to pay. Well, I have actually had somebody offer to pay to keep me for a full day, just in case like other people needed to be. No, like other cuts, like for like a
On
video
set, just
shoot
stay
or
the whole
something.
day. Yeah.
So like I'll come cut them, and they'll be like, "Hey, you want to just like?"
nah,
You got
stay
5 more of the
around,
homies need
Yeah,
cuts.
like,
You want
we
to
got
say?
people
let's
coming.
hang out for a little bit, dog.
But-
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you
It'll
do.
be getting them extra long invites.
like, oh, you want me
You know
to?
what? Just stay for the whole day.
Yeah.
But it is a common thing where like a lot of times they'll be like I'll be in the middle of a haircut and they'll be on Postmates and they'll be like, "Hey, you ate? You hungry?"
I don't think you're a good example.
I'm a great example.
because
Because
I see
niggas
that
know
barber, we
that
don't
nigga
think
you're a
is
good
a
example.
nigga.
We can't speak. You can't
Yeah.
speak for that
I don't
because
think you
most
can do
Yeah,
that.
they gonna buy you. I've never
Yeah.
heard of buying a barber food. I've never brought no
Yeah.
barber.
we know you. We know you ain't offering
know
a barber
shit.
no food.
That is so
You don't even
mean.
tip the delivery person.
Oh,
I
man,
just
that was
think
last
that's
episode.
Right.
You may have
I
a-
have changed today.
may have
I
a-
tipped last night. Gave him $1. No.
This is
I don't
crazy.
know.
No, I feel like I don't know. See, that's a man.
Yeah. To your point, though, I also heard Iman Shumpert say on his podcast that his podcast partner was his barber, and he was like, "It was my therapy
Now they
session."
homies. Yeah.
And now we
they
best
getting
friends.
chilly.
Look
Yeah.
at this. If you got $1 million, if you won the lottery, and you know you want to hang out with your homeboy, this nigga got to go do a 9 to 5 every day. You like, nigga, stop going to work. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. I'll pay you $100,000 a
That's
year.
a different
Fuck
way
that.
to look at it.
But
Fuck your clients.
Fuck your clients. Nigga, like,
gotta
you gotta
do
do that
something.
shit.
We
We
gotta
up.
work.
We up. Nigga, you ain't got to go work a 9 to 5. Here's
Yeah.
your $100,000 for the year.
But I
nigga.
really do
Does he
feel like
get to
that's a
win
thing.
though? Like, does he have to let YoungBoy win in the Madden?
Oh, damn.
Or is
That's
it
funny.
politics?
That's
Gonna get
fucked up.
left on Grave Digger Mountain. They're gonna be like, he had hella haircuts today. He still ain't home.
But does that make you feel? Does that make you feel bad for people who are like paying for friendship or like?
For sure.
Because yeah,
He's
for
already
sure.
his friend. He's not paying for
Well,
him to
no,
be
I
his
think
friend.
he said he was his barber and like he
companionship.
started building the friendship, and then like
Yeah.
this was the sign to be like, okay, like you really my homie now, but like you're paying for friendship
For
and it-
company, to have company. You paying
Yeah.
so that you don't have to be there by yourself.
And you're not
Everybody
here.
does.
and
That's
you're
kinda
not
sad,
here
man.
Because
Niggas do that
of
too,
money.
though.
Like he's not a leech. Like you got to be careful. Motherfuckers is
Yeah.
leeches that want to be around you.
Yeah.
You already here. I trust
was
you enough
about to
be in
leave
my
you
house,
anyway, yeah.
And you about to go do this like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if you actually want to be here.
Yeah, you gotta look at it in context.
Yeah, like
too.
fuck
It's
it, here, my nigga, kick it with me for the day. Don't even
It's
trip
not
about your
even
bread.
like that. It's just more so like a nigga, like, cause I've seen a lot of people do this too, where it'll be like somebody finna leave and it'll be like, man, how much you finna make at work today?
Exactly.
How much you finna make at work? You $25 an hour? Okay, you working?
Here's 150, nigga.
Man, here, call out. Let's kick it. Fuck
Normally
it,
that
the party's
happens with
still
a
going.
man and a female.
Yes, it
Nah,
does.
You never had a celebrity help you do that for you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Fuck
that shit.
For sure.
That's like a thing versus the way that it's being worded. It's like he's saying like, "Hey man, can you just come hang out?" Like,
It does make it seem.
You want to eat some
I
cereal
got
with
like
me?
5,000. I know I'm not.
I'll let you win.
Yeah, like I know I'm not the best guy, but I just don't want to be by
Like,
myself. I got like $1,000. That's not what he did. He just was like, "Oh man, fuck them haircuts. We chilling.
Two birds,
Like, do
one
what you gotta
stone.
do. How much they was finna pay you? I'll
Man,
double
fuck
that.
that
Fuck
shit.
it.
Let me get my get back in this game.
So I can go on TaskRabbit right now and sign up to be somebody's friend, and they'll pay me to come hang out with them, eat all their food, go through their fridge, go through their cabinets.
I wonder if there's an app for that. Like how there's like,
TaskRabbit, right?
no, nigga, that's for tasks.
You think that somebody's gonna hire you to come eat their food?
They
That's
gonna
the
hire
task
you
they
to put-
want.
they gonna hire you to come
clean out
put a
my fridge,
dresser together.
Dijon.
What the fuck else am I finna do over
There's
there?
motherfuckers,
I told you.
on YouTube that eat dinner with somebody on YouTube that they don't know because they don't have nobody to eat
Like
with.
dinner with stranger type shit.
I think
That could
there
go
is.
viral.
Millions.
Viral.
There
That
is
is
probably
just-
an app for that.
That is
Dinner with
fire.
strangers is a cold ass
You
idea.
go into a
'Cause a lot-
restaurant and see somebody sitting by themselves,
And you sit
and you just say, "Hey, are you eating by yourself?
No,
Can
no,
I
no,
eat
not
with
that.
you?"
And
That's
they
something
pay for the
else.
food?
No, you
No.
pay for the food.
Oh no! Fuck
What are you talking about, Rios?
There's persons that go on YouTube. It's big in China and all the places where they go on and they eat dinner, and millions of people join them to eat dinner with
Oh,
them because-
virtually.
Oh, like a mukbang.
streaming now.
Like a mukbang.
Yeah, and so people are so lonely that don't have anybody to eat dinner with. They eat dinner with
With the chat and the people talk to them and they
socialize and eat
This
dinner.
is gonna
That's
make me
good.
cry.
No,
I'd
that's
rather eat
good
by
for
myself.
people.
I'd rather eat by myself.
It's a good idea, but it just shows you like people are actually
That's good for lonely
out
people.
there.
I've been since
But
I
you
was
get to
a
eat
kid.
dinner and not have to get too close to a
Yeah.
motherfucker. Also,
You
like,
can stay introverted
Yeah.
a little bit and
Would y'all sit down at dinner with a random person? Like y'all see somebody sitting down, you
Yes.
with nobody?
No.
yes,
yeah.
100%.
No, I'm
Only if
really
it was a
antisocial.
handsome man.
See, I'm
Only if it was a handsome man. And he would have to come sit down with me because I'm not aggressive. Huh?
An old black dude, you not sitting down.
What old black? No, I'm okay. Listen, so I have a thing. I've been like this since I was a little ass kid, and I could never explain it. I'd be like 4 years old. If we walked in a restaurant and I saw somebody sitting and eating by themselves, I would just burst out into tears. I don't understand what it is.
It's sad to you?
It's just it makes me so emotional, and I don't know why. Like maybe it was
maybe
something
like an
about
old
me.
person or a young person.
Anybody.
I can see an old person because maybe it's like, man, maybe
Anybody.
they lost their
But I
significant
think it's
other.
something.
But
I think it has something to do with me because I didn't really have a lot of friends, and I probably knew how I felt when I had to sit by myself, and so I felt like everybody who was by themselves felt that way. So no, I'm a literally damn near can't even look at you, get my food and leave. Still to this day, I will tear up. Like I'm tearing. My face is hot right now. Even having this
Illa
conversation.
is in there.
Yeah.
But you just said you wouldn't sit with them. So what kind of contrary is that? You just said you feel so bad about them, makes you want to cry, but you
Because
wouldn't
I'm
be that voice that
emotional.
some person might
because
need.
I'm very emotional.
They might need
so
that. They
I
might
get
need a
that,
double
but-
cry.
But
Or at
you
least a
also
conversation.
you also have to be present of mind enough to know whether or not you're going to cause hurt or harm to that person or whether it's going to help or harm. I mean that person. Because
I think
if
somebody
I'm
who's
too
alone,
emotional,
if you're worried about it, I think they would benefit from a conversation.
but if I'm too emotional and I sit down and I put all my shit on you too, and you like, damn,
make it
bitch, I
worse.
wasn't even tripping. Now you sitting here crying in front of me.
Well,
talking
that's
about how
fucked up
happy
on
I-
your behalf.
But that's
Yeah.
my point.
I would hate that.
That's,
You have to
that's
know your
called,
intent before
that's
going in.
called self-awareness.
You have to know your
I
intent.
know what my level of help or harm is in that moment.
You
And
would,
right now, you might be cool. I'm old enough now to know that some people are just chilling. I eat by myself now.
If I see
So
people
it's like-
angry, I'll ask them, you all right? You know, little things like that.
Yeah,
Everything
that's
cool?
different.
But it's
None of
That's
that.
different.
Only shit that makes me sad is like when I'm driving somewhere and it's like Thanksgivings and you see people eating at fast
Yes.
food restaurants and it's like
All that.
you know how you go
Okay.
from family members'
That's
houses to
that
family
would be
members?
touchy.
Like when
Yeah.
you driving and you see them or Christmas or some shit, motherfuckers is eating inside of a
Yeah.
fast food restaurant. It's like damn, motherfuckers really.
Yeah, that's what made me
Like,
start
lonely
cooking,
out here.
living out here, because my whole family is in the Bay still. The holidays that I choose not to go home, I will still cook. I will, and then I will buy like to-go boxes in advance, and I'll pack them up and I'll take them to people because I know I
so
want to just
sweet.
eat a plate. I can't eat a whole,
whole
Thanksgiving
meal. Yeah,
bust
yeah,
down by
yeah.
myself.
Right.
But you have to make all that food to get that meal.
Yeah.
So I pack it all up and then I'll take it like to people on that same thing
I'll
because
take a
that
plate
does
this
make
year.
me
Does
sad.
shit to that
I'll
point.
take a plate
It's
this year.
up.
I think this conversation.
I'll bring you a-
he talk about food. I'll take
bring
a
you a
plate.
plate on,
Look, he like all the plate. I'm donating. Hey, y'all ever? I heard
Thanksgiving.
somebody bring this up. Y'all ever donated? Do y'all ever do anything with homeless or any type of
Absolutely.
give back things like
Old
that.
clothes.
Absolutely.
Instead
We're
of throwing
big
them
on
I
away.
do it
that in the Bay.
routinely too. I try to every couple months just give away old
Yeah.
stuff, undergarments,
Yeah.
clothes,
Yeah.
t-shirts,
I donate my hair.
shoes.
Yeah,
For real?
that's so shit.
I grow it out for like 3 years. Donate
That's
it.
fire.
That's hard.
fire.
Yeah, we do. So my mom actually used to. She had a nonprofit, so we would every year turkey drives, canned food drives, backpack drives, all that, and then also when I was in barber college. That was a part of our school was community service. So we would have to go cut the homeless. And that was a thing. The school definitely had a moment where we got shut down because there was one that kind of set everybody shit off. It was a
It's
little,
not sanitary, really,
yeah,
if
exactly.
you're doing stuff like that.
It's not, but again,
because they got to clean and
who are we
shampoo
to-
and all that first.
But
who are we
you
to
still
judge?
need it,
Bless
so
you.
I get it.
Yeah, so we did that. I have a lot of friends that do like feeding the homeless on the weekends, so they'll wake up real early, like 6, 7 in the morning,
Yeah, I
just
like
make
to do
hella
that sometimes.
sandwiches,
That's fine.
hella food, and then we all just bag them and stand out there and just hand them to them under tables and tents. Like that's the one thing I do love about the Bay Area. Everybody is very socially conscious, so there's always something, anything you could think of that you want to give back to or do. It's at least 4 or 5 of them every weekend.
That's fine.
Yeah, like they do backpack drives and shit like that, even when it's not school
time,
back
yeah.
to school time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I even be catching people. Sometimes I just keep old clothes and stuff in my trunk sometimes too. I would catch people out and I literally be like, hey man, like what size shoe you wear, shit like that. I mean, it doesn't happen often. I'm not saying that's what I do all the time. But there's times I try to be conscious about giving back to people that are less
Yeah.
fortunate. I'd rather give you a resource or something that you can depend on that will help you in your day-to-day life than money. You know what I'm saying? So if I can provide a tangible item that can help you, I'm all
For
for
sure.
that.
You know
for
who
sure.
could benefit from like that kind of attention or conversation is I used to be an EMT and we used to have to go to facilities.
Well, you
with the
done
older
everything.
folks. Yeah. And so those people that are in those facilities, those older people,
Yeah.
they benefit from conversation
Oh, yeah.
so much. Like, and it's just doesn't take much from you, just like 10 minutes of a conversation with these older people that have these amazing stories and
Yeah.
good things. Like, that's something I think that we need to do more of.
For
sure.
Because a lot of these people, and I'm not going to say what kind of race or culture, but a lot of them are in there by themselves and their kids ain't fucking with them.
Yeah.
Right.
And they've been through a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you could benefit also. It could be therapy for
Very
you as
much
well.
so.
That's-
But these people are in these facilities. They are.
Need somebody to talk to. Could you
Yeah.
imagine just being very secluded and solitary where your only person you're talking to is a nurse?
And you can't get out the
No
bed.
family
That just
can't get out the
unlocked the
bed.
whole memory for
you
me.
watching
They
TV
do
all
that at
day.
schools. Our school used to do that every Friday.
Dude,
when I
that's
was in
so
like,
cool.
I think we were in like 4th or 5th grade. Every Friday we would go to the senior facility. My class would, and we would just have game day with
Mm-hmm.
them. That's a thing. Like a lot of schools do that. Like send the kids to go, or like daycares. I've seen it on like TikTok. The daycares will take the little toddlers up to there and like let them play with the babies
Right.
and stuff like that, just to give them some sort of interaction.
And they don't have nobody advocating for them.
At
you know what I mean?
all.
So when I don't want to say everybody treats them bad, but the people that do treat them bad,
It's a thing.
They will see like, oh shit, he's got visitors.
Yeah.
Like I can't just
Treat them any
treat
type
them
of way.
any type
Yeah.
of way.
Right.
Because there's
But
the
people that
ones
don't
that
have
don't,
visitors
yeah.
for a year.
Yeah.
And they just treat them
Mistreated.
I think about that because like I don't plan on having children, so I think like, damn, like
gonna
if
take
you
care of
grow
you?
old, I'm gonna be like in a home, like nobody's gonna come see me because like
Yeah.
who's gonna be there?
That's just
But,
that's how
I mean,
you
it
live
is
your
what
life.
It is.
It is
No,
what it is. But
that's
you
how
have
you live your
family,
life,
You have
yeah.
acquaintances, but you also have friends that have kids that will look at you. And
Yeah, I
be
do
like,
have a goddaughter.
That
Yeah.
that's not gonna let you just
Yeah.
Mold away.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Be mistreated,
be a
hopefully.
good person.
Yeah.
Somebody
That's what I was gonna
But it's
say.
always good
It's who
to-
you are as a person in your life. Like you dictate how that end of life works.
Goes by what I do.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because that's the reality of it. That's the main insult that people say. Like, you are such a piece of shit. One day you gonna wake up and it ain't gonna be nobody down there because you done fucked everybody over. That's a thing. So it's like, if you understand that that's a concept and you're just like, you know what, maybe I should move with a little more intention and a little more grace to make sure that I'm kind of just checking my balances. It's not necessarily to reap that part, like, you know, but you know, it's gonna be people that's gonna look out for you just because of who you've been in your life. Even if it's a home girl, a homie, it don't matter. Like,
you're gonna be filthy rich anyway, so it's gonna be somebody trying to take advantage of you.
They're gonna be around. You're gonna be young.
You're gonna have
you
1,000
somebody young
motherfuckers trying to take care of you because
You
we
just
all
gonna
about
walk
to be
in,
rich.
somebody
That
great,
part.
somebody
All
great
about to be rich.
grandkids, like, you graded my fucking granddaddy a F.
Well, come put a plug on your stupid ass. Get this thing up out of here. But no, I think it is definitely fair
You're gonna be
to.
Havoc's kids.
Oh, don't bring Havoc up this morning.
Shout out to you
Not
for
next
saying
thing you
that
say,
Havoc gonna
me.
have kids. Havoc gonna have hella kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to my dog Horns in the chat for H Havoc.
Man, shout out to Havoc.
Long
man.
Beach finest.
But no,
That
yeah,
guy's
it-
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
Quit hating.
Yeah.
Quit hating.
Yeah.
Long Beach itis.
No, Long Beach
Oh, he hating on
finest.
you. Havoc
You
6
so
on you.
mad. You so
He
mad.
finna call. He
You better
finna
stop
call.
before he calls.
He gonna call in
He will.
somewhere.
Make him call,
He gonna call in
please.
somewhere on
He
your
gonna call
Please.
the community
Right.
later.
on my mama as soon as he see it. But no, I think it is fair to say that if you are, if you are feeling alone or you do see somebody that may look like they could use uplifting, even a positive compliment.
Yeah.
How you doing today? I try to make sure I at least do that, especially the older people. Not only do I want to bring down that wall or stereotype of somebody who may look like me that is not well spoken and it may change your perspective. Not always is my intent, but I always try to make sure I'm polite, kind, and just do things that either people wouldn't expect me to do or give you a compliment or something like that to just try to uplift people, you know what I'm saying, as much as you can.
Just be life or death into somebody.
Yeah,
You
the
might put
compliments.
the moment of
You can
life
put-
into them and
Yeah.
be the
spark.
one encouragement that
Yeah.
keeps them going.
Yeah, that actually brings us right into a perfect segue. This says, according to a clinical psychologist, sleeping next to a partner is much better for you, much more therapeutic, I'm assuming. So it
It's
says, do you
amazing.
prefer sleeping alone, or what are some issues if you are sleeping with a partner? We got a couple points we can talk about.
It's cool for a while, but after a while, scoot over.
Yeah.
It's cool
But I think
for
they
a
mean
while.
sleeping next to, maybe not cuddling, just sleeping.
just in the same
In
bed.
the same bed,
Oh,
the
no.
energies of sleeping, falling asleep and waking together.
You're gonna cuddle at some point. You have to.
I think it depends on your normalcy. Like what becomes your normalcy? If you've been single for this long, if you've been
Yeah,
sleeping by yourself for this
yeah.
long, like have you been in a, like me and my wife, we've been together 16 years, and like it's weird not sleeping in the bed with your partner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like when you got to go out of town for work or whatever, it's just like whatever, But I think it depends on what you're conditioned
Do you
to.
feel like it's better for you?
I think it's better for you.
I think
to
that's
be
the
able to-
initial question. Like it's.
Yeah, I think it is to have somebody in the bed that's got your back. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like what if
Better
some
sleep.
shit happens?
Better sleep.
Better sleep.
I love it. It's just so.
I'm sure a lot of women
Niggas
would think
start
that
jumping
for
into
sure.
sleep with
It
some
is.
shit. Like
It's
you just
amazing.
chilling by
You
yourself.
just
Look, what
are you
size-
are you reminiscing?
Maybe.
Are
The
you
flashbacks
Maybe.
of sleep, not sleep flashback. I heard a sex
Yes,
flashback.
because
but
no,
sleep
it's the
flashback?
same. It's
I
intimacy.
think she was having that
Oh, it's
flashback. The
intimacy.
way she was just
Cuddles
moving
and
right
intimacy.
there.
You're gonna have a lot of people in the
nuts.
chat saying
I'm
they gonna
nuts.
cuddle with you.
I saw the energy
Saw a
come.
little bit.
She is melting.
Who was that?
She is over here melting.
Oh God.
Is that right?
But no, I can see from a
Oh,
woman's
God,
standpoint
nah,
that
it
the
is.
protectiveness, the
Yeah.
security,
Right.
the
But
obviously
y'all
the cuddles.
complain too fucking much.
I mean,
it's hot.
it's
Okay,
hot, bro. Get
whatever.
y'all hot ass
I want
off
to
me.
be in your skin.
Bro,
like, why
it
is
be
it such
too.
a problem?
Psychotic shit I've ever heard.
Why is it psychotic? Because you, nigga, get your bitches, brother. Get your bitches up, brother.
Girls talking about I want to put you in my pocket and take you everywhere.
Yes.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't live in your fucking pocket.
No, it's just it do get extra, but there's just something as a woman to being held, and you feel safe, you feel protected. Does it mean that you gotta stay locked in like that the whole entire night? No, because yes, it do get a little hot. Turn over, go
uncomfortable.
ahead,
Right.
but throw the little arm out
Does-
or something. Just let me know you
Have
still
y'all-
right there.
Have you ever dealt with a snorer? So I'm a snorer. It
Yes.
is an issue in my relationship for whatever reason.
Yes.
I had to
You got
see
the
it on
CPAP?
cam. What is that?
The CPAP machine to help you breathe.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, the sleep
I had to
apnea.
see it on
Don't fuck
camera to like agree
Yeah.
to it because I'm like, no, I don't snore. But y'all dealt with snores before?
Yes.
Man,
I've never been with a snorer.
no, I haven't
Yeah,
either.
I'm not a
My
snorer.
grandma was a horrible snorer.
My family, a
My
lot of people
mom.
in my family.
Why would you sleep with? No, I'm gonna just snore.
CPAP.
But see, if I sleep on my back, I don't snore. I only
Yeah.
snore when I sleep in other.
Oh, really? I
just
feel
Well,
like
people
I
people
usually
need
see
that
people
because your
snore.
heart stops when you sleep, so
my heart
it keeps
doesn't
you
stop when
breathing.
I
Sleep
I just-
apnea.
Sleep
Yeah.
apnea.
I just snore very loud.
They got smaller ones that more like
I'm
compact.
not putting that on to go to sleep. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep.
It feels like Bane.
Yeah, I'm not. No, that's
Dog,
crazy.
My grandma had one of those right towards the end of her life, She wanted to kill everybody, bro. She hated that thing. We hated it. Like, it's so hard to fit. Like, you gotta find one, custom make
remember to
them.
put it on every
Yeah.
night.
And it
It's crazy.
straps and it snaps on, so it can't come off while you sleeping. So you really only can sleep like that.
You gotta turn
like,
and move the tube.
Yeah, I remember I worked with an artist that actually had to carry one of those on tour.
Oh shoot!
Like, no matter where we were, had to have the travel one
Yeah.
and sleep with it. The little one, like up there.
Have y'all ever seen those people breathing?
Yeah, like
like
that.
struggling to breathe and they sleeping?
Yes,
Like,
and it's so scary.
It's like
Yeah,
they're
my mom, I used to
dying
scare the shit out of me.
Every minute they're dying.
Yeah,
Like, it's
where
like-
they're like,
yeah.
It's big.
finally,
yeah.
and it's like,
Oh,
bro,
shoot.
don't do
Yeah, it's
that.
definitely.
real
So
bad.
just be aware. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely common in the black community as
But
well.
yes, no, always, it's the best to sleep with a partner.
I don't think they needed psychologists
They're
to tell us that.
open.
She's still fantasizing.
Who you seeing right now? What's in your mind?
It doesn't
It's
matter. Just a body.
It's a person in there.
That's crazy.
Just a body. Somebody come cuddle Illa. Jesus.
So fun. Yeah.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Obviously, bed size matters too.
Whoa.
The size of the bed, man. Look,
Oh, yeah,
I'm tall.
yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
I
Oh
didn't hear
yeah.
what you
Yeah. The
said.
size of the bed matters.
Cali
bruh.
King.
Comfortability is
Baby, don't
important.
sleep in this full mattress.
What's the
Full
shit.
size.
Shit.
Y'all might as well be in a fucking hammock. What is the biggest bed? Is it
Cali
an Eastern
King.
California King.
Oh, is there a bigger one than Cali
There's
King?
like an Alaskan. There's like
I
hella.
mean, there's those.
No, that's a
huge
crack.
Bed
ass-
that
That's a-
the baby was on with Diddy. That's the biggest bed.
Now there's customizable beds, but the standard to buy out of the store is mostly California
Why don't
King.
you just look up the beds? You finna get messy.
What you over there being messy
you
for?
got twin XL.
Why are you looking up Diddy's
full,
bed? Six.
Queen,
I
King.
told you.
Why are you googling
California
Diddy's
King.
bed?
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, see, it was an Alaskan King.
Alaskan King,
Alaskan
a
King? I was
Wyoming
like-
King.
Oh yeah, it's bigger than a.
I never even heard of that.
That
I
must be
haven't
that
either.
bed that T.I. and Tiny got.
9 foot by 9 foot would be amazing.
With all them people in it.
It's gonna be messy.
Both of them comments was just crazy.
Wait, no, I'm
Y'all
saying it'd be
never see that
amazing, bro.
show?
I want space.
Yes, I
They
have.
had that huge ass bed that their whole family could fit in.
Yeah. I want space. So they got the
There it
twin XL, the antique, double full XL Queen, Olympic Queen, King, California King, Wyoming
Wyoming.
King, Texas King, Alberta King, extra wide King, Alaskan
Family
King,
bed.
Martin
That's
Luther
what-
King.
Martin Luther King. No, that's great. But you probably can't. I don't even know places that even sell those. And pretty much they stop at California King. Most places.
Yeah, they'll put
Have to
like
order
a
it.
couple mattresses together or something.
I think it's
Oh,
tight. If you,
Tempur-Pedic got
Because
one.
think about if you got a huge ass
But
bedroom.
$6,000.
Oh,
Damn
go-
near $6,000.
Select
though.
the size down there.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
It would've
Select
been
the
shit.
size. It's still not even the right
Shoot,
size.
That's a lot of money.
Right there, yeah.
Well, that's the king size.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why I said
damn.
go all the way down. Oh, they
This
not
is
they having a sale.
The
and it's
biggest
all.
they got. But no, I guess if you have a big room, for the look of it, the aesthetic of really like a king size may not look large enough to fit a big room space. So a big
Okay.
bed would probably look cool,
In a
but
master bedroom or something
functionality,
like
if I
that.
got a double roll, climb out to get off the side of the bed, it's a little too
Yeah.
big.
That's too much exercise.
That's fire though. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
hard.
I'm just thinking about the sheets and comforter and washing it.
Washing
That's
it.
what
Putting that fitted sheet
Put it-
on.
making
Like,
the
what?
bed is crazy.
Because you can't even wash that in a home
A
washing
regular
machine.
washing machine.
You got to take that to the laundry man.
Yeah.
Big
That's
ass.
Like
crazy.
you get money like that, you need new sheets every time. Ain't no reason to wash.
What's
You
every
ain't no wash
time?
'em. If your bed is that big,
Not Amazon
Every
and
time
new
you
sheets
wash
every
your
time.
you just throw them away.
Just get some new sheets.
So
Oh,
every
you
time.
just
So
waste
you're
it.
It's like
saying
$20.
You bought that big ass bed.
you're saying realistically
$30 a week?
every time you tagging some
Yeah.
shit in that bed, you throwing away them sheets.
That's
That's
case.
what you-
That's
that's what
case.
you're
That's
saying.
case 6 ain't never throwing them sheets away.
Oh shit.
That might be every damn day.
Dad, didn't you announce on this show that you just got? I just had some cuts.
Hey, that was
I feel
old.
great.
What?
That nigga did a whole-
I definitely. I
Oh,
didn't
he
say I
did
got
the
some
Evan
cutty
Ross.
last night.
He did the Evan Ross.
Hey, I wish you would have said that on the episode that I did. You got some cutty last night.
I got a pussy commercial.
Hey,
That's
hey,
Oh
look,
my
man.
God.
I'm a man in a relationship of 4.5 years.
Shout out to
Sometimes
y'all.
sex is not always the same. It's not always consistent. It's not always
shit.
a love making session. It's not always an hour. You know what I'm saying? So that day, I was feeling good from my prior night. Fuck you, buddy.
Shout
There's
out to
definitely
y'all.
variables.
Thank you, man. Shout out to another married man who ain't got to speak too much, but that
Definitely
says
variables.
enough.
Shout out to y'all camaraderie.
He said there's variables. We won't
Can't
speak
relate.
on. That's funny. Hey, that's your girl. Go ahead and get your girl.
Oh, you and Kamala?
Do we care? That's
That's
her.
all good.
It's your girl.
Yeah.
That's her girl. That's her Bay Area
Oh,
brethren.
from the Bay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Kamala Harris for joining Twitch.
Do we care?
No.
I'm not gonna watch her streams.
I don't. I don't.
Oh,
wanna
is that
hear
what it? Oh, she has a streaming thing.
Unless she's addressing
How does she only have 200?
her former policies and why ain't nobody been out, I don't really care to hear.
Maybe
what
to
she
help
has to
her
say.
public speaking.
She's a
She's
great
not-
public speaker.
She kind of sounds a little weird sometimes. I think this would be good for her.
No, I don't think it's gonna help her public speaking. It's gonna make her more sheltered if you're talking to a camera versus a crowd. But I also think too, this could also be
Because she
this
be
is
sounding
a
nervous.
safe way to avoid answering questions with the media. Because now you can say them on your own terms without being questioned
question.
back.
Okay.
You could curate your own questions.
But that
You
might not
create
be a
your
good
own
look, 'cause
narrative.
They're talking about her not doing press conferences enough, and
But
it's
that's-
going to feed that narrative.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's like a safe way for her not to be combated in those communication settings in which they have to combat you with questions. Now you can choose to answer what you want to answer. You probably got a script. You probably got people behind the scenes telling you.
It's a full
Yeah,
production.
yeah.
It's gonna be a full
Yeah,
production.
so like,
right.
Is she gonna have guests? Because that's the only way I'll watch is if she
What
have
if it's
guests.
like Carisha, please? What if it's like
Like-
Kamala, please?
Kamala,
Kamala, please.
Kamala, please.
And like she interviewed people like she interviewed Oprah or something like
Yeah.
that, or have
But
guests
how
like
does
that.
that help
Michelle
her?
Obama will
How
set
does
her
her-
shit off.
Michelle Obama be dope.
How does her interviewing people help?
Bro, if she interviewed
Her-
Michelle Obama, that'd be shambles.
If she turns into a streamer podcaster, we know this is a full fucking joke. Because if Trump ain't even did that yet,
I think it's just more so about the fact that she hasn't been able to secure a like an appearance because she wanted to do Kai, she wanted to do this, and everybody was
Supposedly.
like, "Nah, we stepping out. Like we're not gonna do that."
yeah.
So if that's the case, then it's like
do it
okay,
herself.
She's like that's, and I will
Like
say,
a sister would.
and that's what I was just about to say.
Right,
By
for
black
sure.
women everywhere, fuck it,
Like, I
I'll
gotta
do
do this shit myself.
Fuck
Okay.
it, I'll
But
do
this is, I
you
mean, I
know?
grant that nothing's off the table anymore, but this is a presidential candidate who wants to run the country who is now resorting to and using it as a resource, which there should. It's a resource, the internet shit. But like we're talking about somebody who's 60, probably 60 plus, that is now creating a streaming platform to try to help with her campaign. I mean, it's like just makes our
Arsenio-
country just even more of like
Trump
a
and
joke.
Twitter.
Do you
But
think that?
Bill
But do you
Clinton
think
went on
that's a
Arsenio Hall
joke?
show.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Do
Yeah.
you think that's a joke, or do you think that's them
But a that's
evolving?
different.
How
You
would-
can't not come along with the times, bro.
No, I
Like,
get
you
it,
just
I get
have
it.
to say that
I get
much.
that.
If the entire world is communicating and operating through social media, there's no way that you can't captivate that
Not
office
operate.
that audience as well.
But let's also think how much Twitch donated to her campaign.
To be able to
Did
do
they
that.
though?
So it's a
Do we know
win-win.
that?
It's got to be a partnership.
How do you pick Twitch?
I was gonna say it's got to be a partnership.
I mean, she wasn't gonna pick kids.
Leave it up to
Yeah,
six.
you can't do kids.
Platform.
So she got a Twitch deal,
It's either nah.
or she just
What you
signed
mean?
up.
No, that's the presidential candidate. I guarantee Twitch talked to her direct for
They
that.
give their biggest creators great deals.
Can you?
It's
yeah,
a
they know.
presidential candidate.
No, it's the vice president of
Oh,
You're
yeah.
the vice president. You think that they didn't talk to her and offer her a deal?
Right, like,
All it is common
Can we look it up?
on Twitch?
Somebody just
Did she
Google it.
just start
did
it?
she get a Twitch deal?
Yes, y'all just be arguing and we could Google it.
I hope she did.
I like the arguments of the fact
I
at this
know
point.
you do.
At this point,
Campaign is launching a Twitch channel. Is streamer accepted speech on Twitch?
it doesn't give us no direct.
Yeah.
They're not gonna announce that
It
though.
could
We
be on the
gave,
table,
we,
yeah.
we donated to Kamala's 50 million. Like,
Some
I'm
people
sure they
do.
donated. I'm sure
Some
they
people
donated.
do vocalize that.
but isn't that illegal?
All donations
Your
are-
donors can't. But something about that is illegal to the extent
She
of
raised $500 million in 1 month. That shit is ridiculous. Like that. Before I get into that, but that
man, we can because that political shit is a
It
whole
comes with
other.
interest. I know it comes with like private interest. Like if I give you this money to
Yeah,
your
all
campaign,
those lobbyists.
you got to do X, Y, Z.
That's all it is.
I feel like they should cap that shit, and you shouldn't have.
There is a
billion,
cap.
You shouldn't have $1 billion to run
For president, yeah.
Like that,
It doesn't
for-
take that. It doesn't
for
take that,
commercials,
yeah.
for promotion, like marketing. Like it should be capped. Like nah, man, you ain't gonna be getting this kind of money because it also goes down to who's getting the most money to.
Yeah, money's power. Money gives you
Money's
more
power.
resources, more access. It's unfair. for worrying about donors. I thought there was a cap. I think there's a cap to where if you're certain, like we were looking at what Aiden Ross donated to Trump.
There's
like
a certain amount that an individual can give.
An individual, but a corporation there's no, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
The Koch brothers.
That's what I'm saying. Everything's controlled by the almighty dollar in this country. We are a capitalistic society that will always be ran like this. Money will be the ruler of everything until they blow this motherfucker up.
But we have socialist platforms as well, like positions, welfare, health for everybody. Like there's social.
But where are they getting that money to give those resources?
From taxes.
Tax dollars.
You think we pay enough taxes to give
California
away all we're doing? I think
yes.
the printing of money and the debt that we're putting ourselves into by just printing money is where it's coming from.
But California is the ninth biggest economy in the world.
They take that out the check.
California alone is the ninth biggest economy in the world.
At my last place of
That's
employment,
crazy.
they was taking damn near $2,000 a month out of my check for taxes. So
That's
I feel
crazy.
like
Every
to
dollar
go to people
yeah.
on welfare or public assistance XYZ.
Every dollar.
Because it's
Then
definitely not on the
why do
road.
you think our
It's
country-
definitely not on the
Then
road.
why do you
Right.
think our country is probably the worst when it comes to everything if we're doing that? That's where I say is about the corruption. And that's
'Cause the
why I don't
money's
feel
not
like
being
it's not
going
the
where it's
tax.
supposed to go.
That's why I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
it's
not
not the
being
tax dollars.
done.
Look
But
at
it
look
is
at what
going
Biden
to
is
public
doing.
assistance because
Look-
people get welfare checks every month.
Yeah, but
But so the
barely.
co-
The
but the
veterans
food
ain't
stamps,
getting shit. The
EBT,
veterans
and stuff
are
like that.
Corporations get the biggest amount of welfare.
Yeah.
That's what and it's but it's
So
targeted.
it's like-
It's not for where it
Like
needs to go.
like individuals get a small portion of like real
Yeah,
social
yeah.
welfare.
Yeah, yeah.
It mostly goes to corporations.
Right.
But California, every dollar we spend in taxes, we give 28 cents on every dollar to other states in the United States of America.
Helping them out because
Helping
of our
them out.
economy.
And everybody wants to shit on California, but we pay such a high tax that
Yeah.
we pay 22 to 28 cents on the dollar
It's crazy.
That's
to
insane.
other people in the United States.
That's a cold ass Rios fact, boy.
Right.
Damn. It does. It just makes us. It's like a trap I won't feel like we'll ever be able to get out of in this country. It's always going to be like that.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
It's always, and like we're in that position now where everybody's criticizing the Democrats because all the money that's going to this war, and it's billions and billions and trillions in packages and care packages and armor and military equipment and all this shit's going
Crazy.
over there. Where's that money coming from? Is that our money?
It's
But
our money.
It's appropriated funds.
A lot of that money is it's old shit. It's old. Like we have reserves of all kinds of defense that we'll never fucking use. We have tanks that we'll never fucking use. Like all kind of defense weaponry that we send out to them that's old as fuck that we'll never use, but that still gets calculated up in the
budget money?
In the budget
And it costs
money.
to ship it.
It costs to ship it, but also you buy a bag of 800 bolts and you'll supply that to the military. The dude brought it up. It was $80,000 for like 800 bolts.
And
And it's
So it's a
nothing.
so it's
markup.
inflated,
Yeah.
but it's like that on
Yeah.
purpose. They're
It's
cooking.
called- it's
They're
called
cooking their
ghost-
books.
It's like
It's
ghost something.
crazy.
Yeah, they're cooking their books. They're marking shit up to be able to
Ghost
appropriate
accounting.
more funds
Yeah.
to their need or their cause, and it doesn't need to be that. But that's why people are saying that's the embezzling of the money. Same thing they said Hillary got on Gaddafi about, and you're doing all these things where you're taking money from our country and it's not benefiting us to the tax dollar point, and you're giving it to other countries offshore and doing all this shit.
Yeah. That's my gripe with
Who has the most money wins.
Democratic Party in general. For the most part, it always seems to be let's look out for every single human on the planet except for black people.
Right.
Like that's where the
That's where we draw the line.
Yeah, they, like that's even your girl Kamala said herself.
Stop asking for shit.
I'm not gonna speak to anything I could do specifically for black people.
Right,
Wow.
because
You
we
got
know
what I'm
how
saying?
that
That's a
goes.
quote she said
But
on
we
camera.
can
I
make a
seen it.
rule or law, a bill for 0.01% of the population.
Right.
Which is, I'm a supporter of everybody, but transgenders get the laws, the bills for protection.
They have specific
And
laws.
specific
yes,
laws
yeah.
for them, and they are less than 1% of the population.
Right.
The Asian hate crime.
Yeah.
But it's
bill
all
that they
agenda
passed.
based. Goes back to what we were talking about with
Everybody
Sexy
gets
Red.
a tangible.
Yeah.
But black people don't get a tangible, and that's my gripe with the Democratic Party because
Yeah.
they use black votes to
For
get
sure,
the
they
win.
pander
Yeah.
with it even more.
Even in their attempts to do it.
Well, because they're deemed to be the middle
when you
class
look-
party.
Well, I'm talking about like former attempts at shit like affirmative action.
Okay,
Shit
yep.
like that. It's like, yeah, it was for everyone. It was for all the minorities, not
Yeah.
just African Americans. So I never really, I was
specifics.
listening to what you're saying, and I'm like, I never
there
really
were
tripped off of it
specific
like that.
reparations that were given to the people
Yeah.
to during slavery. The slave masters.
Yeah.
The slave masters received reparations.
Yeah.
For losing their
For
product.
losing their property.
Yeah, That's crazy. That's our country, though.
Yeah.
We live in definitely a sick country for sure. All right, well, let's get up out of Kamala Harris.
All right.
And let's move right on. It says, man asked his younger cousin to change her outfit because it was inappropriate.
Let's see this outfit.
Oh, God.
You got that on right now. That's what you got on right now. You went,
What the fuck is this?
Is that you, Ella?
No, that's
Damn.
not. You got her. You got Ella fucked up.
What?
But
whose man's is you?
That's crazy. That's a
Because
crazy
how you
topic to
just
come on
go-
right
that
now.
is literally the outfit.
Same outfit she has on
That
right
is
now.
funny
the
as
same.
fuck, bro.
Ooh, that's
It
funny.
really, it really is, dog. Like, not even shit.
You look much better in it than she do, though.
What the fuck? What? Why I gotta be fucked
Would
up
you
for?
wear that around your uncle?
I feel him though. I wouldn't.
No.
See, so that's why
I
he's
wouldn't.
probably.
My uncle was.
Well, it's a
very-
cousin,
like,
right?
It's so crazy
Oh,
that
cousin.
you say
It's
that.
a cousin. That's
Okay.
like me, like policing. What,
That's why I don't know how real this
what
is.
Auntie got on though.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
you,
yeah.
my cousin. It's like if my little sister. Hell, fucking
My
no.
little cousin can't wear that.
But
Fuck no.
But let me see to this. Okay, so I feel like this might be a troll, but if not, if they're in the house by themselves,
And she's cooking.
that's not something you say. Maybe if there's kids around, because if you're saying this, that means he has some inkling in his mind that this feels perverted to him. Like you shouldn't be wearing this, right?
Well, it's a revealing outfit. It don't have to be perverted. It's a
Showing
revealing
too
outfit.
much of yourself.
You
But if
have
there's
to
nobody-
understand that there's
That's how I felt
always.
today when I saw it. I was like, you are doing. I was like,
It's hot though. So
That is-
what
But as your
That
cousin,
is
why are you
ridiculous.
thinking that? But that's
would you
to
look
that
at her?
comment.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at this.
Looking like an orange, ready to be peeled.
Do you see this?
Somebody.
Damn it!
But then as the cousin, you film it. That's why I think it's a skit. But as the cousin, you're thinking like that, which is a little creepy. And then you're filming it to put it online
So
and
that other
zooming
people can
in.
see.
And to zoom in at the thing, there's no kids around, so it's not like you're actually offending a group of people that could be offended. You're an adult, so I don't know. I think this is a reach.
I don't think it's a reach. I think it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not wearing this outfit to my granny house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not wearing this. If I'm at home by myself.
Yeah.
And somebody pulls up or like even that like. Okay, I'm wearing similar outfit, but my shorts are longer.
Go a little longer than that. 'Cause that's
those
all up in her
shorts.
cooler
Yeah,
cat.
Yeah,
way up
like
in there.
I'm always very
Yeah.
careful about stuff like that. I'm, special occasions and things like that. Yeah, for sure. I might pop out and show a little more skin than usual, but I'm not wearing this around my male cousins. Like I'm just not. Like even this outfit, I'm wearing it on here. Some of my family members might see this episode, but am I pulling up to the family function like this?
Okay.
Maybe not. I might have a longer sweater on or something like that. Or even if I'm at the house like this and I know somebody's pulling up, like I've had that happen.
You
where
pulling up to the family picnic like that?
no,
No, see?
no, I can't. Like, and that's just because they look at me as their baby. Like,
But she's
I'm
in the
not-
house though
But
too,
this
so
is-
maybe this is a house fit.
Yeah, that's why I said if I'm at
That's-
the crib and somebody pulls up and I'm like this, even
House
if
shoes.
it's like.
That's something to wear around her man.
Yeah, and I done had shit like that happen too before. Like my nigga pull up and he might have a homie with him.
Now you gotta go
I'm gonna go
change.
throw a house coat
Yeah.
on because my nigga can see
Show
me like that, but he
respect.
shouldn't
Yeah.
have to. He shouldn't be walking around looking at me like that. So it's cool. Like I get it, but yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
why are
She
two
got
I
a
feel like-
wagon on her though.
and two adult
Oh,
cousins?
God.
She's dragging some wagon.
Fair to say, but two adult cousins just kicking it. I don't know. I didn't hear the audio, so I don't know if I'm speaking too soon. It just feels like it's a skit.
Now, if this went viral or wherever it went viral, and if she's in the comments like, "Oh my God, that's me," what are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? So people could know who she is. It was
If she's like creating content.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm playing audio.
What type of slippers are those? Is it fake joints? Why you, no disrespect. I'm your older cousin. Do you think it's appropriate to move around the house like this?
Why are y'all in the house together?
Girl, like we not at a spot. Go put some clothes on, get some shorts, a long t-shirt. That's not shorts. Get a long t-shirt, the Asian, like nobody. Get out of here.
No, he like that. That's some
He got a little
trolling.
lust in the
That's-
undertone.
That's creepy.
I ain't
No
gonna
lustful
hold you.
undertone.
That's that older cousin that the family all know about.
Yeah, he had
You
that
was
tone.
we was with the shit.
The
And he
camera.
filming it, zooming in to each little body part. Like that's.
He got some pics too. You know, just got the video.
He sound like he's
Yeah, he
smiling.
was
He sound like he's smiling at
Creepy.
the while
That
he's
was
saying
creepy
it.
and cringe.
Go
Yeah.
change and all that. Put this
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
right. I feel like I was right.
Saying that without it being flirtatious, like, hey,
Yeah.
not around this motherfucker, nigga. Go,
Right.
go do that
Yeah.
again.
I didn't have my brother hit me up and be like, man, go put some fucking clothes on. What is you doing? And I'd be like, my bad, P. And he'd be like, man, get out of here. Don't nobody want to see all that, like,
Yeah.
type shit. Versus being like, you don't think that maybe you should, like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Well, moving right along. We were just talking the other day about old rappers when they're hits and performing and still staying relevant. We got another one in the news today. Mike Jones
Hey.
was Mike Jones.
Who?
281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow.
You ever met Mike Jones
For sure.
in Texas?
That was a Texas era, Autumn Texas artist. Definitely performed. I opened up for Mike Jones once before actually. Mike Jones performing his song back then in front of a small audience,
Let's
and
check it out.
he's being clowned
Let's check it
about
out.
it because
Let's
it's
check
a
it
small
out.
audience. But I guess the report is that it was like a corporate event that somebody paid him for, but they're making jokes.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's not enough people there.
Rapper Mike Jones
look
performing
at-
his
Look
city-
at him.
Yeah, I know, like the.
The outfit.
What is it, like a silent rave?
Oh my god.
Are
The
those?
headphones outside the hoodie is getting.
Are those
In the
his-
backpack
that's
is
fresh off the
crazy.
airport outfit.
So I'm picking up a check and getting out of here. Like, I don't believe this is anything crazy. Whoever's on stage is T. Why you take that video?
So it looks like it's in a gymnasium of some extent.
Given
There's a sign.
gymnasium.
Older white people, middle-aged white people, not paying attention. It definitely for him to be there.
Why?
It was a,
They vibing.
it was a
though.
booking. He got
She
to
was
got a
going
check.
crazy.
Got his chili.
But who filmed it? It looks like it's his videographer, and who posted it?
I don't think it's his videographer. I think it's his homie.
with an iPhone.
Yeah, that's
Is this a good look to try to get garnish more like attention on you, or do you to keep this in the cut
You want
and
the
take
brick-
your bag?
I mean,
He
it's
needed
gonna,
the
it's
money.
gonna
He needed
be
the
on
money.
somebody's page regardless. And
But I
yeah.
mean to post it.
Well, he didn't post
He
it.
didn't
Somebody
Oh, I'm
else
sorry. This is
posted
academics.
it.
Okay, you're right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. But
He
it,
might not have even known it was gonna be this. He thought he was picking up a bag.
No, his homie
You
picked
don't
up
know
a
what
bag.
they paid him.
Yeah.
They could have paid him
His
30,
homie
40
picked up a
million for
bag.
this.
His homie got paid
Yeah.
to send that video
But that's
to
what
somebody.
I'm saying. You don't know.
You never
think
know
his
how
homie
much-
got paid off.
Yeah, I think like he was like, nigga, I got a video of this nigga looking
Content.
like a loser.
No, I don't think that's the case.
I don't
You
think
gotta
nobody would pay for that.
But think about us.
You
But
gotta
no,
pay $5,000
for
for
real.
that. Find a platform. Let me put
More
this
than
out.
what he got paid to do it.
If you think
That would
about
be
the shit
fucked
that we
up.
do on a daily basis, how often did you send? Nobody is sending. Well, with the exception of probably what Jack is sending shit to the actual like pages. They're screen recording shit off of the
Oh
pages.
yeah, like the guys and different
Yeah.
people like that. Yeah.
So I don't think somebody got
So you
paid.
think he
to send
posted
this
it on
out.
his
I
page?
think he posted it. People probably shared it like these niggas is bootsy
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever they felt like, and then somehow or another it ended up all.
That was
the way
my point.
To
That's
You
what
think
happened.
So you think
Recently
he posted
with,
it as a floss? Like, look
I
at
don't
what I'm
think he
doing.
No.
did. That's what I'm
Oh.
saying.
I think his homie did. So that's like if we're at an AD show and we are filming AD on the side and somebody screen records our shit
and that's all over the blogs.
and it's just whatever.
That's what happened with the game.
Like
when
his
he
homie
tripped
put
at
this
the
on his
wedding.
story.
We've
Ash
been
Bash
doing this
recorded
for
that
weeks.
and it
Yeah.
circulated.
Every show that
The
we've
Ash
been
Bash
doing.
recorded that
Yeah.
video of the game falling.
Yes.
At the wedding. Now it's all over the internet.
You
And
doing
people
better than
are
old boy.
tagging.
Shout out to you for giving her credit. Old boy supposedly didn't give
Yeah,
her
she
credit for
said
that.
that.
Oh, for the
Really?
bit. I
Shout
don't
out
know
to you
about that.
for, you know, doing the right thing. Shout out to Ash
But yeah,
Bash.
no, we do this all the time. Like we done been to countless concerts of our friends.
Yeah, you take a quick little
even
video.
just at parties, like the fucking the pool party, the barbecue. It doesn't matter. Whatever is going on our stories,
Yeah.
there's somebody watching and
recording.
rating to see.
But we're not posting something for ourselves that's not a good look.
Shit.
But there might be a
Probably not.
this
You
might be the
slip up,
homie
or
that's
it
a
could be
fan
perspective.
Like
It's
It
good
might
to
be
you.
something funny. It could
Yeah.
be something dumb. Like any little thing that you post could be taken in or out of context. That's the whole point of like the pause shit. Like we might just be saying something regular, but somebody else might be like, "Yo, that's pause." Like
Perspective.
You know what this
Yeah.
reminds me of? It reminds me of he went to a city to perform and he got booked at, and a homie he ain't seen in a minute pulled up on him, and he's the homie on the side of the stage, and he was excited to be there, and he filmed Mike Jones
So
performing.
you say this
It
is
gives
not a
me like
real friend.
it gives me like
Genuine.
Yeah, it's a genuine thing. Like, I ain't seen my homie Mike in a minute. He pulled up to my city. I'm gonna just take, for memory's sake, him performing, and it didn't really do a good look.
Promoters do that shit all the time.
Promoters
too, though.
do too. But
Like,
I hope a promoter wouldn't with the crowd like this.
But what if it's the person that put on the event and he's like, "Hey guys, we got Mike Jones," and he's putting it on the story.
They got way too big of a space for their event. They should have a smaller space for this event. It's not even that many people there. Not even performance wise.
Ooh, people in the back not even looking.
Look at it as like a way. If you know Bow Wow, he's like, I'm gonna have Bow Wow come to my backstage. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have Bow Wow come perform.
Bow Wow,
and not too many people pull up to your wedding. They're gonna the caption's gonna be the Bow Wow performance was bad.
Yeah, nobody was there, but it could be circumstantial.
Right.
Okay.
Invite everybody to his wedding.
Shout out Mike Jones, man.
I think this is like a job.
This is a very. It's almost sad, honestly. I mean, I know you can't really be that way. It might be soft, but it's like to see the rise and the fall, to kind of be there around it when he had all the chains and he was the face of Houston, and even though he was like couldn't rap, but like he made such an impact on the South Sound, to see him go from that to not being able to get booked to then if he is booked, it looks like that. It's like the fall from grace is very saddening to see, but it's like that's not gonna help him get back on.
No, that's not.
That's not
conducive.
No matter what,
that's
not a good look.
No, not at all.
Not for that audience at all. All right, well we rolling right along with old legends. Juvenile goes off after finding out, despite buying first class tickets, American Airlines tried to move my boy to the back of the bus.
I saw this.
I saw that too.
I didn't see it yet. So where's some context y'all got?
He wasn't wrong.
We could watch it.
Okay, let's see.
How they choose to make him go from first class to coach?
How you pick Juvie to do anything? You don't
Yeah, but why would you downgrade him?
Down here is. We have the seat. That's his seat. I'm his wife, so how would you downgrade him? And I'm his husband. They trying to kick me off the plane, y'all. They trying to kick me off America. They trying to take me on first class.
Why?
Some context over there, it looked like.
Oh, no, but put me in no coach, man. This ain't never happened in my life. These are our seats. We have our seats. It say 1A. It say 1A and 1C. I'm a celebrity. I'm telling you, this is going to be repercussion.
He telling you about to go viral, bitch.
You want to go viral?
Or you want to have a discussion?
I'm not going to let y'all choose me out of all the people on the plane to disrespect me. So I'm going to get off the plane.
Right. Yeah, that's what get off that
I don't want to be on a no-fly list.
And then handle it.
So I'm definitely not finna go. Yeah, but yeah. Definitely.
So are they removing him to sit somebody else there?
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like. Maybe like a priority like member of American Airlines type thing is what it sounded like they were saying.
Priority kiss my ass.
There is some.
This is my ticket. This is my seat. I need to have 2 seats anyway. So you're definitely not getting this 1 seat I barely fit in.
2 seats anyway.
So fuck all of that.
You know, there's a hookup for that on Southwest. The 2 seats free.
But you gonna send me the coupon? You looking over your glasses
No.
like you gonna send me the coupon?
Look, I got the hook. Hey, I'm the middleman. I'm the middleman, nigga. I got the plug.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. No, but go back to the comments. I just want to see, because it sounds like somebody, I don't know if they know what they're talking about, but it says like people get downgraded all the time. This is why it's important to have status with airlines, because as premium cabins are full, they will downgrade people with no status to coach. It doesn't matter if you fly the airline 300 times a year. Your frequent flyer account is how they know how loyal you are. It's not fair, but it's totally normal in the airline industry.
Yeah.
But in this moment, most people don't know this.
They do that with hotels too,
The
though.
trick is, though,
Like you pay for it.
You get off the flight, you cause an issue and not a legal issue, and they give you multiple flights going forward.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but my thing is,
a little play.
How do they select which seat get? Because why would you pick? I'll take it personal. Why did you pick my seat?
So that's what they saying. Basically, if you don't have like the points, like, you know, some people are like gold, silver,
But the card,
platinum.
the credit card type points, or
No,
just flyers?
like the frequent flyers.
You got the app, you got
Yeah. So
But
you
said
have
it doesn't
like
matter if
elite
you fly
status.
300 times a year. Oh, okay.
But
okay.
if you're not doing that through
I got
the
you.
app,
I got you.
If you're
It's not
just if the
tracking,
homie is
booking the
booking or
flight.
whoever is booking you, it's not all getting clocked as you.
Got you.
So they go through. Somebody might walk up and be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm on this flight. I'm a platinum member, and it says I get free upgrades on any flight I'm on." So I activate
And this
that
the
now.
seat I get.
And they're like, well, shit. Okay, well, this one is a platinum too. This one is. Oh, who is this? This person is.
The least amount of reward.
So it's
type
like,
shit.
since you aren't,
You get bumped.
you
Lowest
gotta
man
go
on the totem pole.
But see,
work
most
on.
people in this moment don't know this. I expect everybody to raise hell. Like what? I've never heard
No,
of
he's
this.
not wrong. He's not wrong for that at all. They'll explain
but-
that to him, and he won't.
But then
that's
if
got-
he start yelling bomb, they gonna arrest him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the type of petty shit I would low key want to do too. Like,
Because you could be like,
We trying to work on you
You
having
petty. That
somebody
nigga's
to take
super
care
petty.
of you when you get old.
See, that's why he said he
God
got
damn.
to hold grudges for 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, nigga.
yes.
no, why are you choosing my seat to move? Remember when I get up and huff and puff, walk to the back of this motherfucking
You get different
airplane?
food back there too. It's not as good.
Listen, remember when we was talking about eating all the different type of friends you have? You got eating friends and this friend. You are obviously the not flying friend.
Not travel
That is
friend.
the friend that
Not
I'm
travel
not
friend.
getting on an airplane with. Because if we get put on the
Soon as you sit
goddamn no
down.
fly list because of you,
Nah.
that's crazy.
Y'all, what's the craziest thing y'all ever seen on the airline in person? Y'all ever seen anything that just stand out to you of like crazy
I
people?
normally take like a Xanax or something because I'm scared
Relax.
to fly. So I take like something to calm me down. So really nothing, and drink liquor with it. So,
Damn.
yeah.
Nigga, do you want to make it off the flight?
No, you just do that and then you can fly asleep.
Just calm
Because
down.
I've had bad turbulence
Me too.
experiences
I had a
that make
I
you
was-
never want to get on an airplane again.
That's why I don't fly.
Yeah.
I was
Only
on
fly
a
for
flight.
work, too.
I was on a flight like that when I was a kid. I've told this story before, but like it was bad. Like mask drop, plane drop. My mama
Yep.
was praying at the top of her lungs in the back of the plane.
Call on Jesus.
Flew up, passed out from hitting
Yeah.
their head on the roof.
shoot.
Like all the shit, like the little slide.
But did you die though?
Nigga, we thought we was out of here,
God.
bro. Like
But
we
did
thought we
you
were
die,
out
though?
to
Yeah.
here.
I don't
That's why if
really
you
like
ask my
flying.
mama to this day, she'll tell you it's one thing in this world I'm never gonna argue with Ari about, and that's her getting on a plane because I thought we was out of here. So
shit.
I never forced her to ever get on a plane again after that. Like she went head up like my dad. When my dad got remarried and he wanted me to come to the thing, and she was like, she can come, but she doesn't want to fly. So can I drive her like to wherever? Like she's not getting on a plane. And he was like, no, but we made it work. But she will like, I'm not doing it.
You be seeing all these crazy
Not
videos.
doing it.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head I see, but it made me think about that because you see all these videos recently in airports where people just going crazy. The naked lady was
Yeah.
screaming, rolling around the floor, telling people she wanted to fuck them, wanted them to fuck her
Yeah.
at the airport. And then you got the people on the plane who fight no matter who's around. They
Shout
ready
out
to
Spirit.
they ready to squab
Spirit.
over the
Spirit.
seat. They ready.
The craziest shit is seeing that plane just recently with the doctors fly,
to just
fall
do this.
straight down.
Oh my God.
Brazil.
Just fall straight down.
You
Not-
know what's going
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
You know what's going on. And there was all doctors on that plane,
Yeah.
8 of them.
That had going to a conference for
Sounds
cure
like-
for something.
sounds
that
like the
they-
Titanic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
Damn.
to see a plane just fall down like that is like
Never seen that.
What's it called? A flat spin? I think there's like a term for it.
They had
in
it had a different
aviation.
type of. It was a different type of plane. I think that caused you would know you be into all that space and-
Aviation.
but
yeah,
you still
but
have lift. You know what I mean? Like you're going in the. Your momentum is carrying you this way, like falling flat.
Flat.
That means that
you
you,
lost
have
all
no momentum.
momentum, like a piece of paper. Just
But
like
what could cause that, you think?
I don't know. It's probably like
That's not
one in a
engine
million
failure.
type.
That's That's
not-
what I said.
it's not
a
worldly.
thing. They talked
It's not
about
a common thing. I've never,
especially on a
seen-
commercial flight.
Like what?
It's not a propeller plane to where your propellers would lose your thrust or your momentum, but it was a commercial flight.
Wait, you're going too fast now, son.
Right here.
God damn.
But look,
I was trying to
it's
read
not
it.
a 747 though.
Yeah, I don't know what type of plane it was.
That's proper- yeah.
I don't know what type of plane it
It
was.
was like one of these.
It was 60 people died on.
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, it was a bigger one, but it wasn't
It was a
like an
propeller?
actual.
It wasn't like a Boeing.
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
it was a commercial airliner. It was a foreign airline, commercial airliner. But man, that was playing. But
Well, rest in peace, to everybody who lost
Yeah,
their life.
definitely.
That's
yeah, it's
terrible.
unfortunate.
That was super
And then there was the
sad.
videos of it landing into people's backyard.
Yeah.
Literally landed in their backyard.
That shit was super sad.
All right, we got one more you stupid topic. There's a lot of stupid people out there today, it seems like. Man said he would rather play basketball with OMB Peasy than stay with his wife.
This is.
He's now getting a divorce.
Shout out my dog, Peasy.
Understandable.
I understand why he's getting a divorce.
Yeah, understandable.
But why, of all
Yeah, like-
things in the world that
Well, he
you
say
could
that.
do, like the nigga didn't say like, if I could bring Michael Jackson.
Oh, this
back
is the
from
guy
the
at
dead.
court. The guy in the court thing, the little TV show.
Let's watch this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just like, this OMBP is one of my favorite rappers from Alabama, and he was out there playing basketball with us, and this time it just slipped. We were just talking and carrying on, and yes, I should have answered the phone and just let her know that I was gonna be a little bit late. Instead, I just stayed and played, and just chill with them.
Because OMB Peasy showed up at the court.
Why she say it like that?
Once in a lifetime.
Fair to say.
That was a rare opportunity.
Hey, I'm
Wait a
with my
minute.
nigga on this.
I need a
That's
little more
different.
clarity.
That's a little different
Yeah,
than what
with
I
my
thought it
nigga on
was.
this.
I need a little bit more clarity because it is a little more different. But now I'm more mad. Did he miss? What did he miss?
Yeah, it must
did
have
he
been
miss
like
his
an anniversary
wedding?
or something.
Like,
because a
what did he
regular
miss?
night you mad because he hooping with OMB.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how are
She
you
said-
all the
I
way
guess
to
he was
divorce
saying-
court for this now?
She didn't communicate. I guess he didn't communicate. He said it slipped as he didn't get on the phone. He didn't communicate it. But
Yeah. Oh, she thought he was out cheating.
I be
but
feeling
he
like these
really
shows
was
are fake,
hooping
but-
with OMB
That's it, he
PZ.
can't come back to
Like,
the
where
White
you been? Playing basketball on BP?
And I don't believe
Like,
you.
nigga, shut your lying ass up.
That's too random. That's too random. Yeah.
Hey, has Peasy? I wonder if Peasy has responded.
At the basketball court you was at.
he looked like his
randomly.
uncle.
I wonder if Peasy responded. Like, yeah, I remember, Brad. Like,
That nigga was sorry as
Somebody
fuck,
said
too.
somebody said PZ owe this man.
on God, because there was a lot. I'm sure a lot of us know who Peasy is, but like
His
certain
wife, he
people
probably
don't.
did not know who PZ was.
Right. So now people are like, who is that? And they're like, oh, now it's exposure therapy. We got something here.
Do you guys
Cool.
understand why a basketball game with Peasy would take all day, or just that whole interaction?
Niggas out there hooping, smoking on the break.
Yeah, it sounds like a lie though.
honestly,
It sounds like a lie though.
I was about to say in real life, like Peasy is
It's funny as
fucking
fuck.
funny, bruh.
Funny as
Like
fuck.
he's such a time to be around. So yeah, I can see
He
you
lost
getting
track of,
carried
I thought it
away.
was he chose like that over his wife. Like, nah, I'm about to go play ball with him. Like,
Yeah,
he
that's
knew-
what I'm like, I don't
He
know
was just
what.
playing ball and lost track of time.
Yeah, but
'cause
I
they
need
rather
to
than
know
stay
what
with his
he
wife.
missed.
It's crazy.
Could we do we have time to do the meme?
We definitely do.
Let's do that.
Oh yeah, last episode, Dijon said he had a meme for us that
I
was gonna go
did.
crazy,
I
and he
kept my
put something
word.
together. So let's see what you got.
I like these. I think we just gotta get it pulled up. But
10 seconds.
oh, he said give him 10 seconds.
Oh, in the meantime, since we're doing that, shout out to Mr. Mushies.
Oh,
Out
Shout
our
out to
last
Mushies.
episode, I was definitely asking Illa because she makes some connections happen and get us some Mushies merch over here for this hot show we got called
right.
Fair to Say.
Yeah.
Right.
And
500,000.
500,000 views, 22 episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I was asking, could she make that play happen? And shout out to Boy, he actually hit me up on Instagram, made a tag post about it. And then when I walked in, one of the other mushy reps over here, that sound crazy. They came out too fast. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
I'm sorry. I
Stab.
apologize. That was a pause. That was a pause.
chill.
Mushy man.
If Dijon tell me to chill, I gotta
Chill, bro.
chill.
You wildin',
I am
bro. I'm
sorry.
gonna let you know.
Apologies to
Mr.
Rios.
Mushy
Come on.
time.
Apologies to Rios. No disrespect, my brother. You are not the mushy man. My apologies.
Yeah, that's
A mushy
crazy.
representative.
Yes.
Definitely deliver me one of these hats, so I appreciate him and appreciate Mr. Mushies, but we definitely need the whole package, please.
Shout out to Boy.
Here, he wanted to negotiate. I can definitely get him some art,
Yeah,
man.
he said you got a barter. So what are
Why
you
I gotta- I'm
bartering?
the only one that's got a barter.
You the only one
He
asked.
want to run. He probably
Probably some art. Everybody else get a care pack, but I got a
Yeah, you
barter.
gotta
I
do
got a barter
something.
with my labor.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh God.
I mean, I get it, but the only thing I always say is time labor versus production labor is a little different. When you invest 8, 10, 15 hours into something for something that is like a press up, and no disrespect to brands who press it up, I know there's good qualities and stuff. It's just a little bit of a difference. But
Boy,
I like
he
to
just wants some
I wanna-
merch. Just hook him up.
I wanna do some
He about
merch.
to talk his way out.
I was about to say, he definitely. I'm like, boy, I can't help you. I can't help you.
Listen,
now.
I was hopefully gonna wrap it back up to say I was wrapping it up to say I'm not opposed to doing some art because I fuck with the homies for fucking with everybody over here, and I want everybody who fuck with us to have some of my art. So yeah, let's make
Hey,
something happen.
what he was saying was he was already doing some art for you anyway. He already had some shit lined up.
No, I did actually look at some of the designs. This little character right here, I'm like, this would be cool as a little art design. So I had already put some thought into it. Shout out
Yeah.
to Boy. We can make some shit happen, but he got the hidden hills and the mushies and all that. Yeah, we need that.
They doing good, man.
We gold over here now, man. We
Yeah.
something. But all right, what you got, DJ?
All right, so back in like maybe 2017, I started putting like rappers on these lunch table memes because I saw like people was doing like Disney characters and Beyonce songs and stuff. So I started doing like rapper memes, predominantly LA rapper memes. But I'm like, you know what? Let's run a FIGGMUNITY version of this. Obviously,
Yeah.
if you zoom in,
Dope.
you'll see Mr. Mushies on certain lunch tables.
Okay.
See?
You
Shout
feel
out to
me? And
mushies.
there's
Yeah.
dice, there's different.
We got the
liquor bottles,
hookah.
some
Oh, they offer
Hookah.
different
We got
things
the
at the
hookah.
table. Okay.
Yeah.
The
and
big
you see the
chief.
report card at mine, me and Auntie. So at table 1, we have t-rell and Heather.
Yeah.
Table 2, Smack and AD. Table 3, Duno and Pun. At table 4, we got the Ace Boys.
Shooting dice.
Yeah, there is dice over there by you guys.
Dice
Table.
Ain't nobody coming.
Dude,
to
no,
that
Keem
table.
got the do say.
At all.
Shit, I'm walking over that table.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's a death table.
The dice is between
Y'all
the
and
Ace
the
Boys
Apollo.
table and the
So
Apollo
y'all all
table.
shooting
So
dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Might get hectic in the back of the cafeteria.
Trick dice.
yeah,
Might get hectic in the
Remember
back of the
trick dice.
cafeteria.
All right.
Loud as a motherfucker. Like
you need to put dominoes.
Oh, I should have put some
Dominoes
balls.
should really-
I should have put some. I
at
can do
the-
that.
yeah,
I'm gonna add
at
some
the
balls.
barbecue,
And if I
that's
left you
what it
off,
was.
please. I'm new here, so I'm still learning everybody. So if I left you off, it was not intentional. I feel like I got everybody right.
Yeah, I
though?
think so.
You look
Okay.
close. Yeah.
At table 5, we have Keem and Illa.
Shout out
at
empaths.
Yeah, y'all table.
Shout out to empaths.
Yeah.
That would be an emotional table.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's the table right there.
All right, table
Choose the
6, we got
details.
Pot Lord and Stat.
Me and Pot Lord.
Okay.
We getting
That's a
hot in
wild
the bed.
table.
Hey, y'all got.
That's
I think
lit.
y'all got Mr. Mushy on that table.
that's a cool table.
That's a good
That's a wild
balance.
table.
All right, table 7, we got 6 and Jack.
And a bottle of Douce.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Gas table.
Hey, y'all
It's a drunk
heard-
ass
Oh
table.
God, it's a drunk ass
And
table.
then table 8, we have the Apollo. We have
I realized you split Keem out of the Apollo.
Well, it's only 3 people max at a table.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't
okay,
put
okay.
4.
okay.
Where would he
And-
be?
So you're saying Keem is the standout individual of Apollo? Is this what you're saying,
I did
Bijan?
not say that. And
Is
you're
this your
messy.
narrative?
Well, at least you're not doing that over the glasses shit you was doing a second ago. I ain't gonna do that.
Is this your narrative?
Shit.
Because our
have
Mac
nothing to do with
episode
that.
did just go crazy.
It did. It was lit.
Shout out to
It's
Wizard.
not about that.
Wow.
3 people max at a table.
Okay.
And then at table 9, we have Gina Views, and I believe her name is Barbie.
That's Barbie.
Uh-huh. And then table 10, closing out, me and my cousin.
Yeah.
Me and Auntie.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to you for having the art on the background.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm in the
And
cafeteria.
when we post it,
Oh
let's
my
make sure we
God.
tag his run page. Yeah. So, okay, real quick, which table are you? Not,
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
pick
say, if
yourself.
you can't go
pick
at your own
yourself.
table.
What
I don't
table
want to
you
go
at?
yet.
Go ahead.
I don't want to go yet. Dijon, you pick. You made the list. You probably thought about. Who would you pick it with?
Who,
Let me think.
Which table would I be at? To be honest, it probably would be 3. Pun talk shit in a way that fascinates me.
Yeah.
It's like he's so messy and instigative that I'm fascinated with that. And I know me and Duno, we could just throw that, we could eat. So and pun is big too. So 3.
Yeah.
3.
And if you pay attention, that there's small tables and that's a big table. They're at a big table.
Yeah, that is true.
shit.
That was done intentionally.
I see.
No,
it.
I think he just put them on the floor so they didn't break it.
Oh,
Everybody else is on the table. I'm just fucking.
What about y'all?
learning, I'm learning.
I'll pick my table.
You are.
Go.
Go ahead.
Who?
I'm gonna go.
Not 5.
Yeah, cause I'm on 5. I ain't gonna hold
That's
you.
tough.
It's tough. It's tough.
I'm gonna probably be that palm tree in the corner by the doors. No, listen, cause I could
Observing.
go all around the. You feel me? Like I could be with my bros. I could
That's
go
not
with
a
the
number.
Apollo.
You the lunch
I could
chaperone?
go up here. Am I not?
yes, you
Am
are.
I not?
Yeah.
But if you had to
No, that's a
Yeah.
safe answer. Pick a
Okay,
table.
I'm gonna be the hookah in between Gina, Barbie, and TT and
She trying to
Dijon.
play it too safe.
No, I'm not trying to play it safe.
So
That's where
between
I
9
would
and
really be
10.
at.
Yeah, I can
would
see
really
that.
be right back there with ladies.
That's the
night.
vibe. That's why I put the hookah
Oh,
right
between
there.
9. Okay, between 9 and 10. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
because I'm at both tables.
So you gonna wander away from Keem and make your way over there?
Yeah.
I got you.
Since I can't rotate the perimeter and go to everybody's table, because I would go the whole
Every
east,
table's great.
the whole
Yeah.
northeast.
Yeah, this is
rim.
this is a
We
hard
got
pick.
Big Chief at table 2. Shout out to them for AD.
Is it weed at our
Oh,
table?
I didn't
yeah,
even
for
realize
sure.
that.
Got
It is there.
We got mushies
Yes,
at
they
our
the
table.
camera
but-
at the beginning.
What you got, Rios? Who you think?
I'm going to table 9. It's the only table with 2 girls.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like,
see,
that's how
how
you go.
yeah.
2 girls, and then I've been around Gina and Barbie. They both have crazy conversations.
For sure.
Gina gonna be asking us crazy
Gina
questions.
is.
Dang, we gotta get
So
Gina
that's-
over here too.
Yeah,
That's
for
gonna be
sure.
a fun table.
I want to.
for sure.
I ain't been able to sit with her or Barbie yet. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't met Barbie.
Damn. I'm probably gonna go with. I probably fuck with the Apollo boys in the back.
Okay,
Pause.
table 8.
Yeah, because you're also right
Yeah.
by. You also right there in that Ace Boy pocket when you got
See what I'm
Gina
saying?
and you got Gina and
Oh,
Barbie.
but it was crazy when I said I
But
wanted
no, I would
to
actually.
be
I would pick the table. No, I would pick the table.
You just
I'd
gotta
pick
give us a
8.
number.
I'd pick 8, but I'm in a good pocket to where the conversation will be fired. As long as there's some weed back there with me and Wop, we good.
Okay, 6.
I'm on table 4.
Table 4.
Yeah.
Ace Boys. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Boys.
All right, real quick, let's make it like a wager. When we post this on the Fig Community World page in collaboration with Eddie Jean Paul, which table you think is gonna get the most votes?
8 and 4.
9.
You said 8
4
and
and
4.
I think 8.
7.
That's crazy. That's what
Nobody
you at.
coming to see you, Otis.
I think 8 and 3.
3. Who's at 3? Do know?
I think 8 and 8,
Yeah.
3.
Ace Boys get a lot of love.
Yeah, that's why I
I'll
said
say
4 and 8.
4, yeah.
I'm saying, I think 9.
I don't know why people don't like Stat. But they
Well, damn. Is that your assumption? Motherfucker, they like me. Don't start that shit.
I'm not starting nothing.
Listen,
Why
you
would you start
gotta
this?
be you gotta be less defensive because that's the second time in 2 days you done cut somebody off when they was trying to have your back.
He wasn't about to have my back.
I was finna say,
But
I
no,
don't know
because
why
that-
people don't like Stat.
That's a narrative. That's a narrative. That's not true.
Because that's the same thing that happened yesterday when I was trying to defend his motherfucking shoulder
Defensive,
shimmy
bro.
on the guy.
Okay, thank
I'm not against you.
I'm just so used to that. It's my
Yeah,
natural
that's all
reflex.
good.
It's a reflex now. I'm
All
sorry.
good.
Yes.
I'm gotten better. I'm
Show
sorry.
them what I want to see. Who did this? Who made
Oh, you
this
wouldn't
meme,
do it?
please?
I don't want to see it.
Who made this meme?
I don't
of
wanna
me
see it
and
no
my
more.
cousin. This is some
Oh, that's
bullshit.
y'all mixed together?
That's
Yes. Unseen, they put
That
my
is
face.
a perfect blend.
Auntie Paul.
Oh my
Auntie
God.
Paul.
6.
Nah,
I'll get up and go over there.
We got Dijonti. That's my
Dijonti.
fucking dog. You better put some respect on my goddamn dog.
Let's trap
Auntie,
out.
turn this shit off.
Wait. So what feature is what? I'm so confused.
One
Like,
time.
They put my obviously I
That's
don't
your
have
head.
the hair.
that's your head, her
That's my
hair,
face. That's her hair and
her
everything
complexion,
else.
and her complexion.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't like
Oh, that
this.
is funny.
That's tight.
That's almost scary, bro. That's one of them things like that could be a real girl.
And
You
people
see.
like they look like they could be related. Like,
Get
this is shit.
Dijonti off the screen.
No, that looked like a girl from like in your school. Like she was for sure the girl in
I
school.
don't like that
That
for
was
y'all.
fucking people up. Like,
Whoever made that, you got me fucked up. You got a fade
And
coming.
all of us.
And you got a fade coming.
Yes.
DeJounte coming, everybody with him.
Stop calling me now.
Shanti is the new name with the
That's all we
donut with the donut emoji. Shanti.
Oh my God, they gonna be in the comments with this shit.
Auntie Paul.
Yes, get the picture, post it up.
That's crazy.
No,
I
that-
am the most memed person. I swear to God.
Nah, they be getting
bring it
pun
on yourself.
ass
I thought I
too.
was bad.
They be getting
Oh.
pun
They get
bad.
pun?
Pun is Mr. Potato
Yeah, for sure.
Head.
She was the one that
They
you was
done made
nice
a
to
lot
just
of-
because you didn't want to fight her.
Yeah, she's the bully.
trying
So
to
she
fight
did.
her ass.
Dijonti did look like she had hands.
Yeah.
And she took your snacks.
Like, yeah.
Dijonti is crazy, y'all. I think that is a great way to wrap up
To
this
wrap the
episode
episode, yeah.
because I'm like that. Put some respect on my dogs, man. Y'all not gonna keep playing in my
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Donuts with pepperonis on it in the chat. Let's go.
Pepperoni donuts.
I'ma try. Hold on. Let me
For
think,
that
let me think.
picture specifically?
Pepperoni donut.
Oh, shit.
Pepperoni donut.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Listen,
No,
I'm
that's-
over it.
that is pure
Rios,
comedy.
thank you for pulling
Yeah,
up on
absolutely.
us
Thank you for
today.
having me.
brother.
Thank
It
you
was
for
a
having me. I
great
really appreciate it.
conversation.
Yeah, we
I'm
got into
glad.
some of those
This was
good
lit.
ones. Yeah, you definitely got to come back as well. Get into some of them conspiracies I know you be tuned in with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever y'all want me back, I'm back, man.
Yeah. And congrats on you getting your new space,
Oh, yeah.
and your individual shit going. That's
Y'all
dope.
be ready to come through when I
man.
ask y'all to come through, man.
For sure.
Send the invite. That's for sure thing. Illa,
Yes.
take us out of this thing.
Okay. You guys know
23.
You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. As I always say, we are looking in the comments. We love the constructive criticism. Give us love, give us hate. Let us know what you want to see more of. Keep interacting with that hashtag, is it fair to say? Because we are definitely rolling with those punches.
Reading 2.5 hours.
Every day.
Giving y'all what y'all want.
You've been on one today. You've been on one today.
We love you
Be
guys.
real.
We'll see you next
Something's
time.
going on.
Bye.
Bullshit.